That's pushing
One.
Y'all
Quiet on the set. Let's go. We gone.
Y'all-
Unless you flew me to Greece or the Maldives in those 2 days, I'm not giving you. What you making that face for?
Why
Why
would
would you?
Anyway.
So why would I fly you anywhere?
What?
Why would I sleep with you with 2 days?
So you're gonna accept
Okay.
a trip from a dude?
So what are you
You're
providing?
gonna hold on. You're gonna
Yeah,
accept a dude that sends you on a trip to the Maldives if you met him in 2 days?
What?
That's
Yes.
actually
Would
kinda
you
scary.
accept a?
But then you sitting there
y'all,
$1 million
let me
from a
intro the
person you
show.
just
Let me
met?
intro the show because y'all wilding already. I'm sick of y'all already.
He's a stranger.
Bro, I've been trying to hold back. You don't know him
Let's
yet.
Yo,
get it ready to
If he
roll.
sends
Need that,
me,
y'all.
sends
Y'all,
me. He
let's-
said
let's-
sends
I
me,
got
then
you,
it
I got
come
you.
with me.
Let's get it. Live
I'm not
from the
saying
gorgeous
if
Prince
he doesn't come
George's.
with me.
This is the
He
one
said
and
sends
only,
me.
the
And
illustrious.
then leaves you alone. You gonna have
Yo.
to meet up
He
with him.
sends you like
Yo.
sends you money.
It's
Yo,
crazy.
we on air. Y'all know that, right?
Oh,
We're
We
on
alive.
air.
Oh,
sorry.
what happened
Damn,
to the
just
introduction?
that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, okay.
This insubordinate,
Sorry.
churlish. Anyway, live from the gorgeous Prince George's. This is the one and only, the illustrious, soon to be world famous, Shattered Illusionz After Dark edition.
Will I take him to the cake?
And guys, I have been annoyed so much already. These are girls that I have a lot of love for, but are completely and utterly full of shit. They've been lying, capping, and some more stuff before I even got on air. You see how unruly they already are. But you know what? We're going to stop that tonight. We're going to break them tonight, as I always do. But before we get into that bullshit, a couple announcements. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Rumble at Shattered Illusionz. We've been growing at good rates. And also, please like the goddamn video. Guys, I hate being this YouTuber saying that shit, but it really helps us out in the algorithm to make sure you do that. And Will, you want to talk about the Facebook group real quick?
Yeah, the Facebook group, man, coming up with different topics and posts that obviously, you know what I'm saying, start conversations where we can intro the show. I mean, it was a good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
So make sure y'all go ahead and join that and keep us going on Facebook because I don't get on that shit.
Yeah, keep you on your toes.
Yeah. So before I do, we get into the bullshit. I got to check in on my family. Oliver Fortune, the man, the myth, the legend. How are you, bro?
Doing good, man. Hey, look, follow us on Rumble. Get our YouTube up to 1,000 so we can start doing these live shows, so we can start taking y'all calls and stuff. But yeah, other than that, free Top G, man.
Free Top G. And Will, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. Tired, but I'm good.
Hey, man, we still got to get this work done because I'm tired, too. I'm tired from last night. The ladies you had on last night, it was just so full of shit.
Bro, I had a great hair this morning.
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
Oh,
shit.
But she was wilding though,
bro. Wilding wasn't the word.
The bloopers for that gonna be crazy.
Yeah. So, where I'm going tonight, we're going to discuss the horseshit holiday known as Valentine's Day. A holiday that's known to oppress men. And we are here to rescue men from injustice and persecution. So before we get into that, I need to intro my ladies. Ladies, what we need from you guys is your name, your age, your occupation, and if you're feeling frisky,
body count. I think we know y'all already.
Yeah, they was a line on here before, but we want to start here and work our way around. So the mic is yours, love.
Okay. My name is Dottie. I'm a new grad nurse, and I'm part-time in the Air Force. And I'm 30.
Oh. Wait, how old are you?
30 years old.
All right.
I know I don't look it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit that button again.
He couldn't even find the button.
Danielle, hey, hold up. Nobody knows.
Ain't you like 31?
Nobody knows who you are.
I'm forever 21.
Oh my God.
Couldn't tell.
21. We all the same age.
Right.
And what about your body count? You want to reveal that or no?
You're not going to believe it anyway.
Just go ahead and lie to us. Make me feel good for a little
We'll
bit.
multiply by 3.
Okay, 0 then.
Stop the cap.
Moving on.
Stop the cap.
Our next lady.
Hi, everybody. My name is Naja.
Hey, y'all.
And okay. I'm a technical writer for the government. I'm 30 years old and I'm a born again virgin.
I got 2 for you.
Stop the cap.
All right.
Lord. Hey y'all, I'm Destiny. I'm 24 years old. I'll begin my master's in May, and I'm a program analyst for the DoD. And my body count is 0.
Third one of the night.
Stop the cap.
No, it really is.
Go ahead, play your little.
Don't put her shit out there.
Play it. Where's your little thing?
Oh, how old are you? I got a special one for you. How old are you?
35.
He trying to make it seem like you old. He trying
I
to make
want to know why I got that for being 30. Like, I want an explanation.
We'll talk about it.
You gonna be 30 next month too?
I know.
But men and women are
We've got
different.
experience. That's all.
So hold up.
30 and thriving, honey. 30
Experience
and
in women
thriving.
is not good.
So we're gonna go ahead and go into the
Nothing to
Valentine's
brag
Day
about.
shit, man.
Life.
Oliver,
Speak
go
for
ahead
yourself.
and take it away. Talk about the Valentine's Day shit.
Wait, why can't I
You just
introduce
go-
myself?
Dang, he really said
Oh, my
nobody
fault.
knows.
He said you a nobody.
He said
You just
nobody
introduced
knows
myself
you. It's
anyway.
like, let's
Well, I mean,
go.
we knew you was going live, so we just said,
Anyway.
fuck it, let's skip it.
Anyway, I'm Ellie.
Hey, y'all.
I am forever 21, and I'm a genius at Apple. And my body count is not to be discussed because I believe men who discuss body counts are clowns.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yes.
Oh no, listen. Stop.
Where's
The
your little button?
shade.
Somebody hit the button.
Stop. She
Where
looked
that? Where the
directly
little
at
button?
you like that was. She had an ad button with it like.
Yeah, that was.
Nah, for real. Do y'all really ask like when you first talk to a girl? Do you ask what
hope
their
not.
body count is?
I
Like
hope
we
not.
grown. Does that don't matter no more?
Exactly.
You need to be asking about the papers. When's the last time you got
Or-
tested?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a
That
good question.
there's
That
a couple
part.
of questions, but your body count. should
Body
be-
count ain't one of them.
Wait, what happened? What
Body
happened?
count and age.
You
should be
missed my
discussed.
introduction.
Body
Yeah,
count
that's
and age
what
should be
happened.
discussed.
You ain't missed nothing.
Nothing important because
Oh, so you ain't asking about the papers. That's what you
Yeah, that-
basically
listen.
said.
I'm gonna tell y'all something just real quick. Danielle has a lot of confidence,
I do.
and I don't like it.
That's a problem. See, what did I say? Men do not like ambitious women.
No,
y'all are- Ambitious,
y'all are
confident.
annoying.
That's not
Ambitious,
true.
confident. What can I add to that list?
Annoying.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Successful.
Y'all annoying too. It's
Successful.
cool.
Successful.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get this show rocking and rolling. Remember Valentine's Day, Oliver Fortune. Go ahead and kick the bullshit off. So I can get
About
my
time,
ladies'
man. About
ass.
time I've been waiting to speak. All right, look. So Valentine's Day is a rack of bullshit, especially for guys. I think women get off on it. And, you know, if I was giving a woman advice, I'll say, nah, take him for everything he's worth because these dudes are stupid. But saving the guys out there that want to be saved, Valentine's Day is a rack of shit. You're basically going to get a whole rack of shit for a dude that you're not even going to fuck or that you got in the friend zone. And you're going to say, oh, thank you. And then you're not going to get him shit. So Valentine's Day, what's y'all opinion on that?
And we're going to start at my, I don't even know what to call you. We're going to start at you.
Okay, that's fine.
Mhm.
I personally do not believe in Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day should
Don't
be
like it.
every year. It should be something that you do naturally. It shouldn't just be a once in a year thing.
What you mean by naturally? Like, what you mean?
Like you guys should be giving things to each other naturally. You
Every
should be-
day.
Every day, yes. You should provide for your partner every day.
So the male and female, you're trying to say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So who do you think that Valentine's Day has been more for historically?
Obviously women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do-
But
do-
I also think that that's a cap on men because men get to cop out on Valentine's Day too.
in what way?
Because what y'all get to do is y'all get to put all your effort and energy into that one day
Mhm.
and don't do shit any other day. Let me repeat. Y'all don't do shit any other day and then want to drop them flowers and the gifts and the dick on Valentine's Day and it's not working.
Oh,
But you
not
do
the
that
dick
every
part.
day.
They do that
But
shit
you-
every
but you
day.
taking the dick,
Well,
though.
I'm saying I
But you
need
taking
that
the
every
dick,
day.
though.
Every day. Not just Valentine's
You mean
Day.
dick every day?
I didn't say I needed
No,
it. Okay, I said
no,
they
no,
was
no,
willing to
she
drop
said-
it every
she
day.
said-
Understand
she
what
said
you're
that.
saying.
Y'all are screwing up. What I'm saying is it should be an everyday thing, not just on Valentine's Day.
It shouldn't just be an occasion. Like people shouldn't just be getting gifts on Christmas, birthdays,
Exactly.
Valentine's Day. Like you
Flowers are
should
too
be.
high. They cheap on Valentine's Day.
And y'all,
All right,
Go
Destiny,
ahead.
go ahead.
I kind of agree with Danielle, but
Into the
honestly,
mic.
I
sorry.
ain't
I
about
kind
to
of
let
agree
her
with
breathe.
Danielle, but here's the thing. Please don't shoot me for this, but I really feel like Valentine's Day is really cheesy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just don't think that it's really worth all the hype, if that makes sense. I mean,
No,
like
it's
everybody
fine.
goes out on this one day. Everybody's got to buy expensive dinners, take people on trips. You take you to a hotel room. There's balloons and rose petals everywhere. Like, I feel like it's kind of stupid. Again, like you show your love in other ways, and you don't have to advertise it all on Valentine's Day. I mean, it's not, to me, it's not really that big of a deal. I don't know. It's just
Do,
me.
do we have like a hand clap? I actually like that response. It's not bad.
You know what? Destiny is she's
She was saying she actually that was pretty good.
listen.
She said the same thing you said.
No, she didn't.
She
Yes.
did.
She's
That's
a
it.
virgin.
No, I said I agree, but I personally feel like it's a really cheesy day. Like it's cheesy.
I like the way she said it.
They're just
It's the
hating.
energy.
They like the way
They
you said
just
about
hate
it.
It's the energy.
So,
Just-
Destiny, same question to you. Who do you think Valentine's Day has been more for historically over the past 15 and 20 years? Who do you think?
Women.
Oh,
That's like,
that's fair
Why
enough.
is that
Yeah.
such a problem? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm coming down your street in a minute. Go ahead, Naja.
Don't understand what's happening.
I think Valentine's Day is bullshit for one because it's a pagan holiday, and let's start with
That's
that.
what I said.
Yeah, it's a pagan holiday, but
Pagan holiday.
yeah, it should be like
I read the Bible, cuz.
we all
Pagan
we
is-
we none of us know when we're gonna die. You should treat your personal, relationship and your significant other well, like on days that aren't occasions. Like you should be spontaneous. You should gift them things like just because they're having a bad day. It shouldn't be because of an anniversary. It shouldn't be because of Christmas, birthday, Valentine's Day, and it should be mutual. And I do feel like society, social media, and everything has heightened Valentine's Day so much that people feel like they have to do stuff on it just to show out. However, they should be doing that throughout the year,
Right.
men and women. And it is catered towards women, but I feel like women seem to be more influenced by culture and social media than men. Men aren't as influential.
I agree with that.
Yeah, women are more abducted by society. So let me say this because y'all pretty much all saying the same thing. So if your dude is doing everything every day, you know what I'm saying, doing all the right shit
I didn't say every day. I said throughout the year.
every day throughout the year. If he's doing everything throughout the year, and then guess what? And then he don't do nothing on your birthday, how you gonna feel about that?
Bad.
So
And even-
someone, thank you for being honest.
Even though I don't believe in Valentine's Day, I still do expect him to do something for
Thank you for
Valentine's
being
Day.
honest. I think that's real. Yeah, that's real. I
So
appreciate that.
I would be upset if he didn't do anything.
Oh, just
Why
because
when
we
you don't
said we
care
didn't
about
it?
expect
It's-
something throughout the year
Doesn't
not
mean you don't want
that
it for the occasions
Valentine's
too.
Day. It just means that you should also.
Oh, so you're saying he
do-
got to spend extra time and extra money and
On
do
Valentine's
extra
Day.
things,
Yes.
extra
Why
resources.
not?
Yes,
But
Yes.
Why
Why is
not?
that such a
You
problem?
shouldn't
Why
just
is
wait
that
for 4
bad?
times a year is what I'm saying. You should just wait for the anniversary, birthday, Christmas, and
But wait,
Valentine's
can I
Day.
just say that
Yeah,
this shows you how men think? They literally thought.
Why do you want to do the bare minimum? Like, why is
Wait.
it bad
Y'all
that
are so
You want to do
that-
something nice
Just
for
let
your
me know
girl.
when
Yeah.
you're ready, like,
it's an
like for me to
excuse
tear
to
it
do
up.
something
Yeah.
extra
Birthday
special?
I'm trying to chill.
I'm gonna let Dottie go
But it's
first. And answer the question.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, agreeing with Danielle, you should be doing it every day. But I would be upset if he didn't do anything for Valentine's Day.
So if this dude was a good dude, I mean, every single day provides, protects. I know you don't need no provider because you do your
no,
thing,
I need
right?
a provider.
Okay, well, you got your whatever the hell you need in a man. He's doing all this shit all the way throughout the year, and let's just say Valentine's Day, he don't fucking do shit. You're telling me how? My thing is, you're saying you're gonna be upset.
Yeah.
How upset really are you gonna be with him? Like, is remember, this is your dream guy. He's doing everything for you. Everything's good. He's a good man. How much are you really how much weight are you gonna put on that towards him if he don't do something for
a lot of weight
Valentine's
because
Day?
I wouldn't look at why would he? It's another excuse to do something special. Why do men want to do the bare minimum? Like why is it so bad that we want you to do something special on another day? Like why is that bad? Why do y'all look at it like that?
We
It's
don't
like
we don't look at it like
expectations.
that.
You guys do not like hitting a bar.
Is it not fun to
Or
make your
raising it.
girlfriend happy? I don't understand. Like why?
S-
This shouldn't even be a question.
See
You should want to do.
and I think it's kind of getting lost in translation here. We're not saying that's necessarily bad to do anything good for your woman. The problem is that a lot of women who are in relationships and a lot of women, period, don't deserve special treatment because they're not serving their men the way they're supposed to.
Then you shouldn't be with her.
I agree
Don't
with you
string her
100%.
No, I
along
agree.
and don't do anything. Break up with her.
But they
So-
don't because she's doing things physically that they like. That's why they have other
I
people
feel
on the
like
side
the
that
woman
are giving it
isn't
to them.
servicing you because you're not dominating.
Not
or
me,
You are
not me. Just the general population.
We're speaking about general males, not us.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
we don't deal with shit
The-
like this.
So
Not at
let me
all.
put y'all two in the hot seat.
In order for you to get a woman who is submissive or being a submissive to you, you have to gain that. You have to earn that. So she's not doing what she wants because you're not doing what she wants.
You want to take this? Or
So we
Go
playing
ahead. I'm-
Yeah, go ahead, take
bro.
it.
Go ahead.
Whoever wants to take it can take it.
Nah, because y'all sound real stupid right now. So at the end of the day, like I don't think you guys really get how hard it is to find an actual good man. You know, I'm pretty
It is
sure.
hard. We get it.
Yeah, it's very.
I
We
agree.
definitely get it.
100%.
Very hard.
Oh, let him finish. Y'all.
Let me finish my point.
I
Sorry.
agree 110%.
So my thing about it is, if you got this dude and he's your dream dude, and all y'all are aging, no offense, except for Miss 24-year-old. You know, I'm just being honest.
She don't get older every year.
I mean, but she's 24. Y'all 30.
But
You
you
know what I'm
didn't know that by looking at me. When I'm
Hold on, y'all,
90,
let-
I'm gonna
let-
look like
I'm not even
finish.
trying to go there, but I'm
Let
saying,
him
but
finish.
I'm trying to finish my point.
I have the fountain of youth. Go ahead.
Every girl says that. But anyway, like I said, Mr. Ever 21 here. So like I said, when it comes down to all of it, right? You got this dude that's literally doing everything inside and out. Girls would kill for a dude like this, and he misses one day, and you about to go ape shit on this man and put a whole rack of weight on him for a one day.
Who said that?
I'm not gonna.
That's
go
what I
ape-
just
I'm
said.
not gonna
That-
go
that-
ape
that's-
shit, but I will be.
but I
He asked how much
but-
pressure. How much pressure you would put on him. That's
But I asked how much weight would you put on, and you said a lot. And I'm like, if this dude is doing everything day in and day out, he's not doing the bare minimum automatically.
Mhm.
So if he misses
wouldn't
one
do
day,
I would be disappointed.
I just want you to acknowledge.
but
it. That's all. Like, just give me a card.
No,
I
but
the reason why I'm
personally
saying is
wouldn't
because
put that
I'm
much
saying
pressure on
if
my
he's
dad.
giving you everything you need day in and day out and day in and day out, dudes is busy, man. Be
Yes,
working. He has
Yeah, I
to
was
provide
about
for
to
you,
say.
right? He got to work, so it's like his mind is everywhere. So if he's giving you your needs day in and day
I
out,
wouldn't be that mad.
Yeah, I was about to say for one day.
Yeah.
But
I'm
that-
not
but-
disappointed.
Hold on, ladies. Y'all gotta let Alpha finish. When he's talking, just try to be quiet until he's done. Go ahead.
no, I mean that was really it. I mean they pretty much said their opinions on it. You know, Naj said she won't be as mad. You know, you still going by Dottie on here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dottie said she'd be a little bit more disappointed about it, but it's like your man wants to make you happy, and you know that. And the thing about it is, like, if he misses a day, to me, girls would kill for a guy like that. It's like he just missed a day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, it shouldn't be that much weight. I mean, you know, it's opinion based, but I think that's
And I want
putting
to
too much on the
I
man.
want to hop in here too, ladies. I want to make something very abundantly clear. We aren't against treating women nicely. We actually advocate for men doing that. The thing that we're against is treating women nicely who don't deserve it. Just like
Agree
that,
with
just
them.
like that you said that you have to earn, I have to earn your submission, hypothetically, of course.
That's
we-
bullshit too. But
That is bullshit, but I'm not even going to that point.
That's okay.
But at the same time,
oh no, I'll explain. Don't
You
worry.
can't compete with
a woman should earn you being nice to her as well. That's how we figure about this whole Valentine's Day thing. And the problem is a lot
I
of
agree.
guys,
That's fair.
a lot of
Very good.
guys do things for women trying to get something out of the woman as opposed to being
Mhm.
authentic like we are and just saying, hey, you know what? If I'm not getting what I want out of you, you can't get what you want out of me. Because here's the problem. Here's the problem. A lot of women take advantage of most guys. Like guys you guys have in your friend zone, for example.
No, they do.
So
I don't.
why
We
what
don't.
happens-
But there are women out there that do.
Yeah, there are
like,
plenty of women that do that.
I'm
If we're speaking about women in general, they do.
I'm gonna ask
Yeah,
y'all.
well,
I'm
okay.
gonna ask
In
y'all real
general.
quick,
Go ahead.
just one by one. What do you think women want, and what do you think men want, generally speaking,
Generally speaking, women want
out of relationships? I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
a provider, protector, someone they feel safe with.
Okay.
I think end goal, women usually want marriage, they want provider, protector, they want children, they want like that traditional lifestyle most of the time, and men want entertainment. Like they like to still be thrilled throughout.
Okay. That's
Okay. Well, if anything, I think that women just want love and someone who they're compatible with and who's genuinely there for them, and just like just takes the time to go that extra mile and show that love and admiration.
Love
Sorry,
isn't enough
admiration and
anymore.
stuff like that. I'm sorry, I keep
bring it to you
forgetting.
a little bit.
Sorry, and just like admiration. That's all.
Go ahead.
I think women want love and security, and I think men want entertainment.
Okay. All those things are valid answers. I'm gonna tell you this: what it really boils down to, just to the rule. I'm not saying this is all men want and this is all women want. Women want attention.
Mm-hmm.
Men want sex. Okay. So think about this. All the guys you have in your friend zone, don't say there's nobody there. These guys, they're giving you boyfriend benefits without you giving them girlfriend benefits. Because
I don't have nobody give me boyfriend
Yeah,
benefits.
I don't have any of that.
I have
actually.
people
If
that
that
want
was the
me, but
case,
they
then why
not
would they
giving
be friends
boyfriend
Stop the
energy.
cap.
So women's egos
No,
get
it's not.
listen, this is what he's saying. Like women's egos get fed through attention internally. It's a different type of ego. A man's ego gets fed through sex. Like, for example, let's say you got a dude and he has a whole rack of girls around him, but he didn't smash none of them. You're gonna be like, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be like, is you gay or something like that? But let's just like he has no ego, he gets no ego from that. a girl, just from being around the guy, you don't even got to give him sex. Just the fact that you're getting attention from men, period. Like I said, y'all ego is more internal. It's like, okay, cool. This guy DM me. This guy's here. It kind of internally feeds you. So when it comes to a guy, like I said, if he's around a whole rack of chicks, if he's smashing all of them, then it's like, oh, okay, nah, he's the man. Then his ego is fed. So what he's trying to say is the basic instinct of male and female is females internally want attention from guys, and men internally want sex from women.
I'm gonna defend that. So I feel like if you are younger, then yes, you seek attention. I think as you get older, you get attention all the time. A guy like running into your DMs is not anything. Anyway, a guy coming into your DMs is not anything. But I want you to like, what the fuck it's what kind of attention that you bring. What kind of presence do you have? Like, what are you bringing to the table? Just like you're asking me, what am I bringing to the table? When we were younger, we didn't care about any of that. It was about like, oh, sex and attention. It's a little bit more than that when you get older.
Yeah, when you get older and now you washed up and now all of a sudden you want to.
Why are you washed up at 30?
My thing is,
it's been shots fired in his right corner.
I mean, I'm just
why
saying,
are you washed up?
I gotta punch it quick because you know what I'm saying. I really want to elaborate on my points, but I'm just trying to keep it smooth. We can have a conversation if you don't feel like you washed up at 30. The reason why, and like I said, I don't mean that no disrespect type of way, but the reason, like where I'm coming from with is like you deal with a girl that's 21, 22. She's basically at the height, like at the height of her prime in terms of mating. I'm not saying you guys are useless or none of that shit. That's not what I'm saying. But in terms of male selection, we usually want hotter, fitter, tighter, younger. Typically at 18 to 24. That's typically the hotline. So when
18
girls,
is a
you
baby.
want 18,
that's a baby.
You want an 18.
we're gonna let me finish my point.
Like majority of
Ladies,
men,
ladies,
yeah.
ladies,
Majority of the men they do. They like
children. Go.
Yo, man, I got 2 points I got to attack on her, and I got an attack for that too, because it's like it's crazy.
No,
like,
I was agreeing with you.
Well, all right, but why you guys say like we want children though? Like an 18-year-old is not a child, a 20-year-old is not a child.
But
they can't go to a bar with you and drink.
But they're young and they're
They're
really
babies.
Let me stay on
y'all. Time out, just real quick, ladies. I know we're getting excited. Just please, just one.
I don't know which point to attack.
I'm gonna let y'all expound on all of it. Everybody gonna get a chance to talk. Okay, just try to hold your shit. I know y'all getting triggered. Just kind of hold on for me, man.
Not getting triggered.
No. Listen.
It's interesting to hear. That's all.
And nobody talk. Please.
It's just guys typically want those things. Women typically want a guy that's bigger than them, stronger than them, taller than them. Typically, if you don't care about all that shit, great. But we're just speaking in the general masses. Guys typically want younger. So I just think it's real funny. Girls, when they're at the height of their peak and chicks try to talk to them or whatever, it's like, nah, I'm good. But then when they start approaching 30, it's usually 30. And that's why we hit the dun, dun, dun. So when they hit that 30, now all of a sudden it's kind of more like, what you bringing to the table? Do you got security? Do you got this? Is he a nice guy? Is he going to leave me? These are the questions that I feel like you should have been asking between 18 to 24. So that was my statement with that. Anybody got a rebuttal?
Anybody want to respond to all of it? Anybody?
You got the dance over there.
You got it.
Go ahead.
Okay, you can start.
I mean, I can be disgusted. I mean, y'all may make me see something different.
I'm sorry. How old are you? You watched that?
Oh, so we didn't. We didn't go over y'all's ages. We just went over ours.
Yeah.
Well, they say it's different for men.
It's completely different.
How is it different?
Yeah, hold on. Stay on point. I want you to respond to this first, then we can go down that road. Go ahead.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack.
Into the mic, like
there's
you
a
love it.
lot to. There's a lot to unpack here. Starting with the fact that you think that between 18 and 23, that is a mature stage to be dating, and that is like a woman. That's the prime of her. Whatever. That is not the prime of anybody.
What do y'all have in common?
Nothing.
Absolutely
Nothing.
Here we go with the shaming language.
Go ahead.
It's just a question.
I'm gonna talk after you. Go ahead, Daniel.
I have a question too.
I'm losing it. I completely
got no
lost my whole
Okay.
thought.
Can I respond to that real
Go
quick?
ahead.
So
Yes,
I'm
please.
gonna tell y'all why. Like, and we were talking about this earlier too. A lot of the time when women are approaching the 30 to 35 like range or a little bit older, you hear them say things like, "Oh, you want an 18-year-old? That's a baby. What do y'all have in common? Are you trying to groom somebody?" See, this is where it is. Men and women are very different. Okay, so think about this. What do men value when they're approaching a woman? They value two things normally. It's fertility and youth. Okay, what do you guys power? You guys like status and power. So look at this. Men get the status and power normally when probably 35 and above. Women have the most fertility and youth like 18 to 24. And also on top of this, you got to think about it. The time you're 35 or 40, what's happened to you? You've had more baggage. You've had more miles. You got a lot of bodies on. You've
Got
dealt with a
more
lot
debt,
of men,
more kids usually.
and you have a lot more experiences that men don't want to deal with. If I'm going to an 18-year-old, she doesn't have as many bodies as an average 35-year-old. She doesn't have as much trauma as dealing with men.
But you don't
That's
know
why
that.
men, generally speaking, that's a fair assumption to make. You don't think so?
No, I don't. Not in this market.
Go
Not
ahead.
in this market
There are a
anymore.
lot of
I do not believe that. Nowadays, we have the internet. We have all types of things. These young women are not
they got
They're
more
moving
bodies than
some of the
us.
people that are 30s
We're
are
the
washed up.
traditional,
And not only that, you guys just mentioned something really heavy. Y'all said,
Go
okay,
ahead.
in the beginning we wanted attention and now we want security. But then he's asking all these questions like, why would we be asking about what are you doing? What do you bring to the table? Is that not part of security? Why would we not be asking those
No one
questions?
ever denied that. No one ever denied
But
that. I
you're-
said that. That's what I said. When women approach 30, that's what I said. They start asking questions like that.
Hey, I
Right.
got a question though. So what's the problem with 45 being 45 and dating a 26-year-old?
You talking about man
You
or
talking
woman,
about
right?
Man to woman or woman to a dude.
A man that's 45 dating a woman that's 26.
Y'all have nothing
I
in
see
common.
I see
You
no
don't-
problem with that.
Y'all have
You have
nothing in common.
And if y'all like it, I love it. I mean,
What's wrong with that? Though, answer the question. Why is there a problem with that?
I don't have a
It just
problem.
seems
I don't want my
I don't have a
daughter
problem
doing
with that. Yeah,
personally,
it just
but
seems
if-
like he's preying on somebody
Yeah,
that's
it looks
not
predatory.
Nobody
experienced.
in
It's a
here,
big age
nobody
gap.
in here dated an older man.
I've dated an older
not
man.
not a
How
4-year-old.
old are you?
Older.
How much older?
Older.
See,
I
she's
didn't
not
date
trying to
an
answer
older
the
one.
question.
Well, so here's the thing.
He was 43.
No, he wasn't 43. He was older, like
Okay.
at least 10 years older than me.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So,
But it depends. Once you get to a certain age, it's like more
We didn't date.
acceptable. But when you're like
20 years.
when you're like 20 dating a 30-year-old, it's a little different.
Because you don't see it now,
Mm.
but I think as you grow, which is why we were saying dating an 18-year-old isn't susceptible, other than the fact that she's going to blow you in Taco Bell and want nothing more than a Forever 21 jewelry. That's it. But outside of that, you guys have nothing to grow on. You have no goals to grow on. You have nothing to speak on because
she has nothing to bring to
her
the table.
Just
worldview
left high
is
school.
Different spectrums of
See,
life at
exactly
that
her
point.
worldview is
but
completely
but
all in
see
perspective.
that's the
a
issue,
huge
and that's what I'm saying. I use this example last night, and ladies, this is the problem. I use the example. Shout out to Patrice O'Neal again, but you gotta realize that I'm a king, right? And I'm just saying, generally speaking. Don't say, "Oh, you're not no king." Fuck that. I'm talking about for an example. Okay?
Talk your shit, King.
So if I'm the king of the town, right, and I marry a useless girl, a peasant, so to speak, right?
Mhm.
What does she become by marrying me?
A queen.
Right. Okay. So let's say you're a queen, right?
Mhm.
And you marry a guy that's a peasant. What does he become?
A king.
No.
A peasant. He's still a peasant.
Exactly.
He might be
You're-
the highest peasant. but
You're
he's still
the
a
peasant.
He's
You're
still
the
a
peasant.
peasant.
You're the peasant that made the queen. Now all of a sudden, I think like the king consort or some
Yeah,
shit
the
like
king
that.
king
consort
peasant.
because,
Something
because
like
you're
that.
royal blood, so they would
So-
He's
consider
still
him.
not a king.
Where
Right.
I'm going with that example is if I'm an older guy, I can turn a woman into a queen, whether she's 18, 19, 20, whatever the case is. I don't need her to have goals and ambition because I have goals and ambition. She's just there to assist me. That's it. You, on the other hand, you can't reach down to a guy and try to bring him up to your level because
As
he
you
has to go
shouldn't.
above you.
You shouldn't.
You can't make a fucking guy a king, but I can make a girl a queen. You see what I'm trying
Society
to
has
say?
built it that way. That's the unfortunate thing about it. And I will say, like, when a lot of times
I don't believe that. I think part of the reasons why you have problems now is because women have been building kings for other women.
And it's
a long
unnatural. You're,
time.
you're proving
So
my point. You're
that's
we
proving
why
my
it
do.
point.
We
doesn't
do build
work.
kings. We
No,
do.
That's the point, though.
You
No, we
don't build.
We
You
don't.
can't make a man. You can't make a man a king. You just can't.
At all.
Because again,
they have to want to change themselves.
And
Like,
yeah,
you're not.
Thank you.
and if you make him a king, he has to go above you. Because the king is better than the queen, right?
I don't know
why
about
would you
that.
say? Why
but,
would you
like,
say that you making
Yes.
kings for other women?
I agree with what you're saying.
How about he just didn't change for that woman that he wanted? He just wasn't the king for you.
Wait, talking about
Well, I
here's
think-
here's the issue though, Will. And sorry to cut you off, but here's the issue: is that you can't teach a man to be a king. It has to be inside of him.
It has to be,
It has to be
True.
inside him.
Yes,
I didn't say it was.
absolutely.
I
But
didn't say
it's
it was
a
a
woman
right
that
thing
can
for women
unlock
to
that.
do.
Right.
I didn't think it worked out. But I just said that's what people.
But that's why I fail so much though, because y'all try to
does.
It
do that
does.
shit and
It
it doesn't
does.
work. It's not.
It
It's not
does.
natural.
It doesn't
work.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
So, and a lot of time with y'all here, like you think that we're saying that women don't have their own value, which they
Well, that
do.
you're useless.
But
None of that.
a queen is an important part of, let's just say, the chessboard of the kingdom. Just, I mean, again, you have your own
Value
value.
piece on the board.
You
on
have your own
chessboard.
value. But again, at the end of the day, there's roles and hierarchy and everything. And the king is the king and the queen is the queen, but the king is above the queen. That's just how it is.
And y'all want it that way. You don't want a guy that's your equal. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
You want
you.
a dude that's taller, bigger, stronger. Why would you want a dude that's your equal?
But the problem
Unless
I
you're
don't
a feminist. Unless you're a feminist. I'm not a feminist.
I'm not. Yeah,
I will admit I'm not a
I
feminist.
would like
I
my
still
man to be the
want
leader.
open the doors to
problem is
me.
men
Be
aren't
chivalrous
doing
to me
that.
still.
So where they at?
But Danielle, here it
Where they
is.
at?
Here's what I'm
Well,
saying again.
they
Point
want
me
the, they
in the
want the
direction.
they want the children, the 18 to 24-year-old, as you said, the children.
Even before that,
That's
though,
the truth.
Tell the truth. It's the men that you're picking. Say that.
Yeah,
No,
because you
not
would.
necessarily.
She ain't gonna admit that.
The
Not
man that would
necessarily.
give you that, Danielle, you not gonna pick him.
Thank
the man
you.
that would give
Thank
you that, the nerdy nigga.
No,
with
it's
the
true.
glasses.
That's not true. Oh no, I
That's
for
true.
sure.
No,
that's
not
facts.
Now it is,
That's
but back
facts.
in the
That
day
is
we
not
wouldn't
true.
do that.
Y'all wouldn't do
That is not
that.
true.
Back
Oh,
in
in
the
high
day,
school,
we would not do.
absolutely
No,
not.
in
No.
college,
I
we
mean,
didn't do
Early
that.
20s, I don't think y'all
Hold on, y'all.
No, we wouldn't
Y'all,
have.
one mic.
When
When
you
sorry.
first meet a guy, what's the first thing you look at? It's the physical, right? You
Yeah.
wouldn't give a dude the
Yes.
time of the day if he don't look the part,
That's
Correct.
true.
and not even know that he will be that guy that give you what you're looking for. But the guy that walk in that look the part, oh yeah, that's the one you're gonna try to create.
that's
to
not the one
give
you're
you
gonna
what you
keep.
want. But yeah, that's the one you're gonna try
Now.
to.
That's the
build.
one that you're
Personality
gonna.
match,
That's the
though.
one you're gonna
But the
want.
one that don't look the part, the one that's gonna give you the time and attention, the Valentine Day everyday situation, you ain't gonna look twice at him.
I
That's kinda
disagree.
like,
At our
Because-
age now, like our experience made us accept different things, but before we had to come to that point. So
I've-
before we
Speak
were
on
not accepting it.
Speak
No,
on it.
we were not accepting that stuff.
I've
before.
dated medium ugly niggas and they cheat just
No, you
like
didn't.
they cheat
No, you
just
didn't.
like
It has nothing to do
Ugly.
with being ugly for guys. You know
what
what I'm
medium ugly.
That's what I'm saying. No, you didn't. Like let's be real. No,
Like-
you didn't. You didn't
Yes, I
date.
have.
You didn't date people that were nerdy
Actually.
and could do that. No, they weren't medium ugly. Her
Well,
people were not medium
we-
ugly.
we-
You guys are the
Thank
best
you for
guys.
calling the cap nonsense.
I was gonna say we gotta kind of call Dottie out because, like, you know, we've known you for a while, not putting your business out there or anything like that. But when you were younger, you had a different attitude than you have now. You see what I'm saying? I think that
Yeah.
you're a lot more receptive to, I guess, maybe dating outside of your typical type. But I think it's because Father Time has made you be more receptive. If I'm being honest, no disrespect either by saying that, because you was a little bit Hollywood when you first met you. I'm telling you.
All
No, it
right.
wasn't.
Okay,
That's
look
Hollywood.
at it like this. Let's make it a little softer, right? So, like when we were younger, right? There's no way the caliber of chicks that we pull now. It was no way that we gonna be pulling them chicks at 22. We didn't have the resources. We didn't have the charisma. We didn't have anything. You get what I'm saying? So once we build ourselves up now, women typically like resources, provision, things like that. We're getting into a league where we're getting higher quality. Not trying to objectify women, but it's true. We're getting like more like higher quality women.
Sometimes.
So now, sometimes.
So those higher quality women, are they 18?
Can you
Just let them finish.
see how she don't
Some
let
of them. Some of them.
triggered?
Go
Some
ahead,
of 'em.
finish.
So what I'm trying to say is though, when we're starting to kind of like, and we're not even at our peak yet, but we're starting to get better. So we're dating like higher quality joints. So we got less tolerance for bullshit when it comes to women, opposed to most guys. Now, what we're saying was you guys had that point when you guys were in that 18 to 24. You can say you was a child. You can say you was whatever. You get a girl that's 18 to 24. That's typically, not always, but typically the best she'll pretty much look in her lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is y'all had that
I don't
same
think so.
on
agree.
on
Yeah,
on
on
average,
average,
on average,
on average.
I feel like I glowed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
a little
Olive.
bit,
Go
yeah.
ahead,
You
go
see,
ahead.
they're saying on average
Go
because
ahead.
people like when they get older, they tend to they gain more weight. They do different things. Like your body changes.
And it's not even that that's
She
of
thinks
course. But even just being nicer on that, my thing is like, dudes, we just like less baggage, man. It's just how we are. And
We like less baggage
why do you
too.
think
Women
that-
are equally, they don't like a lot of baggage either. But you know what? One thing I'm learning is like,
Love her, don't let me finish my point.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, but like, you know, one thing I'm hearing from a lot of men is like about the whole 18 to 23-year-old, 24-year-old
Sure.
age gap. One thing I'm hearing from that is like, I feel like a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds, not including myself, are a little bit more it's easier to manipulate her because she has no experience.
But you in that fucking age.
No,
man.
but
So how
wait,
you gonna
wait.
say not you, but it's other chicks.
No, but here's the thing. I
Let her
feel like I got a
finish.
little bit more experience though. Like girls then are a little bit more impressionable, especially in my age group. They are. But like a woman that's in their 30s, she's got experience. She's able to identify crap a little bit easier than an 18 to
Mhm.
24 year old.
But we just
Yes.
not to cut you off, Destiny.
Yes.
We
I'm
just,
not
we
even
just
trying to
said
be-
that. Hold on real quick, Oliver.
Did you?
We just said why that happens. So it's not because they're more impressionable, it's because we don't want to deal with the baggage of somebody like you said.
I don't think y'all get it. We can date girls in their 30s, but the thing about it is the choice is not to do that. And it's not because the younger ones are more manipulative. It's not because they're easier. It's just simply because of less baggage.
Men don't want
personally-
baggage. That's all
Like
it is.
when
I
you
don't
say
think-
baggage, what are you
what is
saying?
baggage?
Sexual history?
So-
Because 18-year-olds with the sexual movement,
They got
they're-
more kids than I do, and I only
Our,
have
what is
one.
baggage?
our generation,
Let's
we're
define
not
baggage.
going like the new
No.
generation.
No, let's define
We
baggage.
most
Hold on,
likely
y'all.
have
Hold on.
Let me know when y'all
less
ready.
bodies.
Hold on real quick.
Let me know when y'all ready.
And I'm gonna go real quick too, man. Because listen, we got to do this one mic thing because it's too much talking. We just kind of stay on one thing. Now, who said something about baggage? Who asked that
I was-
question?
as a
Amadi
question,
did.
What were you saying, love? Go ahead.
Like, what do you consider baggage? Like, are you talking about
Yeah.
bodies? Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, when we're talking about baggage, okay, when a girl on average, okay, we know the exceptions to the rule, guys. We get that, okay.
Maybe not you guys, but
But
on
on
average.
I understand. Go ahead.
A 35-year-old woman has more bodies than an 18-year-old woman on
She
average.
also typically has not just bodies, but usually more debt, more bad habits, more. It's just
have
we don't want to
kids, man.
inherit that.
She's
And kids.
And on
and
top
kids.
of that, she's probably already at that point kind of had her own philosophy about men. Like, oh, he ain't shit. He did this to me. Men do that. Men don't want to deal with that shit. We don't want to deal with the baggage of that situation. An
And most-
18-year-old, a lot of the time, she's just young, happy, and free. Just want to be there.
And
No
it's
matter
not
what
because
you
she's
said.
stupid. Like a lot of girls say, because she's young and she's not. It's not because of that. My thing is they may be a little bit more naive, but the thing about it is their naive might save them if they're with the right dude. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is like, listen, in that age range, we get it. Do girls pick the best men? Usually not, but you guys gotta understand, like, it's just the reality. We're not trying to sit up here and say y'all are useless or trying to trigger y'all enough. And we're just trying to say in the height of the game is typically for women is 18 to 24. And generally speaking, guys want that age range. So to sit up here and shame a man for saying that men prefer that age range, and this is scientifically proven, to me, that's just bullshit, because we don't get mad at y'all when y'all say you want a dude that's taller than you. We don't get mad when you say you want a dude that makes what you make or more. We don't get mad or bat an eye when you say you want a dude to protect, provide. We just say, all right, we got to step up.
And I want y'all to think about this too. When you were a child, you had a more romantic view on life. Everybody goes through that. But then as you get older, you start losing parents, start losing friends. You realize the realities of life. You start getting hardened and bitter. That goes for men and women. So when we're going through this as men, we don't want to be reminded of that, because at that point when you're 35, you've probably gone through 3 or 4 heartbreaks. You probably lost a grandparent. Life has made you hard and bitter. Men don't want to deal with that shit because our life is already hard enough.
You know what I hear?
What's that? Go ahead.
Excuses, what?
Yes. Just a bunch of excuses about men who do not want to put in work. They'd rather take the easy road out. I want to take a toddler. Hold on, just let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me
I'm
finish.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me
Go ahead.
finish. Let me speak.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
I want
ahead.
to take a
Let us all
toddler
finish.
out so I can take her to Chuck E. Cheese, and she's not going to bark back. She's not going to ask me any questions. She's not going to question anything. She's not going to ask me about my goals, my ambitions, my dreams, because she doesn't even know how to spell dream.
Look
She's
what
a
you're
child.
doing now. That
But I'm
proves
just
our
saying-
point. Look how
but
you're acting.
what I'm
But
saying-
no, it's not even just that. It's like, do y'all not realize that they're starting that baggage earlier and earlier in age?
But
Like
I'm
a
not
lot,
trying to
that's a whole
say-
nother
a lot of them
Yo,
have
one
a
mic,
lot more
one mic.
kids.
Right now.
That's a different conversation now.
I'm just
That-
saying, a lot of them have gone
We're-
through more than I have at my age.
we're not
Right.
I don't
denying.
have no kids.
I'm not trying to
We
drag-
are not denying that, but that's a whole nother conversation. That's true, but this is a whole nother conversation. Still predominantly, so these women, right? My thing about it is, so they're 21. Let's say they got 25 bodies. They're still gonna have more bodies at 35. So it's still better to catch them young. Typically, not always. Typically, try to get them
It
younger.
also depends on the generation now. A lot of the new generation is different.
Listen, I'm not trying to get into that. Listen, that's a whole nother conversation. But my thing is, what we're trying to say is, look at how she's acting now. She's shaming men for what we want. When you guys are 21 and 22, if a man said that, y'all would not be sitting up here, oh, I'm a child. You wouldn't be doing that. Look how she's acting now.
Because realistically, what you just said is, when a woman is between this certain age, she has these certain expectations. She's bringing certain topics.
I didn't say expectation. I said baggage, boo. That's what I said.
But
baggage.
when I said when Amadi said what is baggage, you said, oh, she comes with history. She comes with other relationships.
I didn't say the word history out my mouth. So make sure you quoting me right. Make sure you quoting me right because you just talking shit.
Can I finish?
No, make sure you're quoting me right. Make sure you're actually saying it.
So she comes with other baggage. She comes with a loose whatever. And all these things, one, they're all assumptions. But on top of that, they're aggressively wrong. Aggressively. And so my thing is, if that's how you feel, at least realize that you're not going to get an ideal person. Like the person that you're getting is at their ground level of being fully developed. So that's why you don't want a fully developed woman. She's not going to come to you with the same quality of expectations. So if you're not ready to take that up, just say that. Don't say, oh, y'all can't put out what I need, so this is why I'm going after that. Just say, I can't deliver. I cannot compete where I don't compare with these adult women. So I'm going to go after the younger women where I can compete, where I don't have as many expectations.
I love how you're contradicting yourself, how you're saying we're making assumptions, but you're making all the assumptions in the world.
I'm about to ask you, Danny.
What's up?
What age was you when you were dating your older guy?
We weren't dating. Okay. So either which way. No. This was a taboo experience before. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that. But what I'm saying is, why did you ask that?
Because it proves our point.
Because you sat here and said that you didn't want, like, they didn't know how to spell dream, but they didn't have this.
No, that's very true.
So I'm about to ask, like, what age was you?
I was immature. I will say that. Like, there's a certain thing, like when you're younger, what you look for, what you go after is childish. Like what you want is childish. Mm-hmm. The expectations of the dating game are childish. And realistically, you do use men when you're younger. It's all about like, I want to get a date. I want to get a free meal. I want to attention. When you get older, I can buy my own meal. I don't need a man to get me another free meal, so I can go get that for myself. So
anything about finance?
So listen, I heard everybody say they women want attention and men want physical.
Men want sex. That's number one need of a man.
But
sex.
I think it's entertainment. I think the man want entertainment and the women want attention.
Yeah, that's what he said.
What do you mean by entertainment?
No, we agree about that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
What do you mean by entertainment, Will? What do you mean?
So like, you know, the entertainment of like dating younger, that like what Oz said was like the fit of the body. Like, you know what I'm saying? The body's still tight, still young, still youthful. You know what I'm saying? Still, because if you did 30, you just sitting around, you're not keeping yourself up, not hitting the gym, or you're not doing nothing, or you know what I'm saying? You gonna start to spread. And
the thing what we're saying is that y'all making it seem like if I ever, like, let's say I deal with a woman that I like, right, and she says she's 30, and I'm like, oh no, disqualified. You got all this. That's an assumption. What I'm saying is a fact is you're 30 and you have kids. You're 30 and you have debt. You're 30 and you're a fucking headache. It's not because I don't think you're too masculine or it's like I can't provide. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that at all. Men don't want a headache. It's really that simple.
Is that what you think when you hear that age though? Because I don't have any of that.
But did you just hear what I said?
I know, but I'm asking.
But we're speaking about women in general. I'm saying you guys are coming at saying that we're saying like when a woman's 30, we just disqualify them. That's not what we're saying. We say women typically in general, can I say this again? In general, typically, factually have kids. You guys don't? Great. You don't? Great. But my thing is like they typically have baggage that we don't want to deal with. Kids, debt, some fucked up ass fuck nigga ex. We just don't want to deal with that shit.
So what do we do about the women? Because like I understand you just said
Why can't you respond to that?
No. Okay.
Wait, what are you asking? What are you asking?
Go ahead, Dan.
What are you asking? No, for real. What's your question?
That's fair. Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is like, why is that such a bad thing for a man to want it? And why does it have to come with the shaming language? Because the shaming language of we want a toddler, they can't spell it. What the fuck is that?
I'm not having shaming language.
No, I'm speaking directly with her because it's her shit. My thing is like you sitting up here just. I'm saying you sitting up here, it just don't make sense.
But y'all don't want baggage, but y'all bring baggage too.
Correct. So my thing, but the difference with
and why do you feel like it's shaming language? Like stand in your shit, king. Stand in your shit. If you don't feel like you're dating toddlers, stand in your shit, king.
That's what I said. I don't feel like I'm dating toddlers. I'm not.
Right. So why are you getting upset then?
Who's upset? Trust me. Trust me, I don't argue with women. This is only for the podcast.
Me personally,
What's
I don't like the ageism, like the don't. When I said my age, like
Yeah.
you just assumed I had all these things attached to me, which I don't. I don't have baggage.
Let me
I don't have,
let me go back and say
None of
the
us are
first
kids
thing.
either.
I want you guys to listen, please, with
said
what I'm
most.
saying. What I'm saying is we're speaking with women in general. We have to make it outside of you. Okay. We do not disqualify. They don't come up and just say, "Oh, we're 30." Oh, fuck no, man. Nah, fuck that.
But you kind of did though. When I said my age, you said don't.
We playing. We playing,
Nah,
Dottie.
but go ahead. I'm coming behind you, bro. Go ahead.
The thing is, I'm saying in general. Can I say it again? In general?
I get you.
One more time. In general,
But
a woman.
But I think that's the problem. We should stop just looking at people and just look at the person.
No, I have a question. Are we?
Real quick. Go ahead, Nash. Go ahead.
Are you looking at demographics? Because it does differ based on social class and race as well. And I feel like we are all like, guilty of this. We base our opinions on based on
if
who
you have
we.
a kid, that's a fact.
But there are so many women 30 and above nowadays that have just put their career in the forefront that don't have kids. And I feel like we really like zone in on a specific race. Like if you are unfortunately dating a lot of minorities, a lot of them do have kids by 30 nowadays. But then when you do look at demographics, less and less people are having kids because less people are fertile. One and two.
Wait, hold on. I'm about to go. I've been very quiet listening.
Go ahead, man.
I've been very quiet. Naja, you actually making a great point. What you're saying is 100% facts. We got to look at this though, guys. You got to realize, and we're trying to be very nice about this.
Very nice.
But when you I'm gonna use this example. When they take polls for the election, they don't poll everybody. Y'all realize that, right?
Yes.
You have to make a generalization about a subset of data by just polling random people. Okay. So we're not saying that all women are like that, but think about this. All you guys are friends, right? And you pick friends who are most likely to share your values and your morals, right?
Mhm.
Just because you guys don't have kids, the four of you, you pick friends that are like you. You guys, the four of you are dropping the bucket of the 150 million plus American women in this country. You guys are anomalies because I'm telling you, the majority of women that are your age,
we understand
it.
it.
But I thought this was called Shattered Illusionz.
Right? And
So look at the person.
and you know why it's called Shattered?
So I have a question too. If the woman's prime is, like you said, between 18 and I think 23,
I don't even
when
think
is
that's a
the
problem.
man's prime?
The thing is, we
Probably
say
like
over
35.
Over 35.
and this is made your value or who you are as a person,
no.
or stability.
It's mating.
Sexual market value, not your
Like
value
in
as a
terms of what
person.
men find attractive and what you guys find attractive. That's it. We're not saying you're useless when you hit 30.
We're not saying you're old, washed out, you can't get anybody else. We're not fucking saying that.
You said those words.
You did say washed out. You did say washed out.
I didn't say
I
that.
did.
No, he said washed out. He did.
I said that to be triggering. But my thing,
like your coochie
I'll-
got like
I'll-
mileage, like it need to be retired. You need a new car. That's what.
I said that to be triggering. But if we run back the film,
running back because I couldn't figure out what I say that though.
but if we run back the film, I said I'm over exaggerating. I did say that. I said it. So my thing is, I want to use my exact words here. The thing is, like we're saying, that I want you guys to understand. General is like it's in general, y'all. We understand. Y'all don't have it. We understand. But if we take a coin flip, and I have to take a 30-year-old, and this is just one point that guys look at. If I take a 30-year-old and a 21-year-old. Typically,
we get it.
I don't think y'all do because the way you're responding. No, because you wouldn't be saying that I'm taking. No. You take the 20. No, because I'm done with them interrupting me, dog. Like, let me finish my point. Let me. No. No, you don't, because I can tell by the way you're responding. You don't. You don't get it. You don't get it. So at the same time, listen. My thing is this: men want 18 to 24. That's it. She's sitting up here laughing. Let me just shut my mouth. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. 'Cause I ain't even trying to go in. I ain't trying to go in, bro. I ain't trying to go in. Nah.
Go ahead, bro.
No, go in. We can take it. Go in.
Nah, you can't.
Listen, y'all. One mic.
Listen, man. In general, 18 to 24 is what guys prefer. If y'all want to sit up here and call us child molesters or whatever the fuck you want to say, that's what motherfuckers want. I mean, that's it. We don't get mad at y'all when y'all say y'all want an older nigga that's 6 foot, 6 figures, and got abs. We don't say nothing. We just say we got to step up and meet it. Like, it's crazy when we shame men for what majority of men want.
That's an interesting question. Like, because when you guys say you want a specific type of man, maybe income, height, or whatever the case is, We never tell y'all, oh, you should date somebody that's shorter. You know, there's short men out there too. We don't say that to you guys. So why would
But what's
men
your
want
rationale
something?
from saying that? You can't just say random shit. Like,
What do you mean?
like,
So go ahead.
Yeah,
No, you're
go
right.
ahead, go ahead,
So so we're saying that typically with women, that's typically what women are attracted to.
I want to hear a
Mhm.
point too.
And go ahead. Well,
Go ahead. I want to hear
The
your
reason
point.
why we say, oh, that's a baby, because they're in high school. You randomly saying, oh, you should want a shorter. Okay, let's hear why. I want to know.
No,
I
I'm
might
saying
consider it.
I'm comparing it because I'm saying men don't say that to you. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
'Cause what's
when,
the rationale
when you
behind
tell
it?
when you tell somebody what you want, whether it's a 6 foot guy, six
I
pack,
can tell
whatever
you
the
why I
case
want
is.
that. I could tell you why.
and
And
they
we're
say,
tell- and
and
we're
what do they
telling you
say?
why we
Go get
want
it,
it.
queen.
Because
You deserve that.
And
right?
we're telling you why we want
Right.
it, right? But I'm saying it's
yeah,
only
and I'm saying the reason why you shouldn't want. I mean, you know what? You like it, I love it.
it's only a
No,
problem.
go ahead and
with
finish that. I like what you was going. The reason why we shouldn't want it is because why?
They're babies.
Okay.
They're not
But my thing,
babies though.
but
That's
my-
the issue.
but-
Go ahead,
but-
go
You
ahead,
can't
bro.
drink. You can't take them to the bar.
I said 18 to 24. Why we got to go all the way to the 18-year-old? Let's not be
Because
I think you
extreme.
should have just
They're
said
extreme. Let's not be
21 to
extreme.
something
Maybe
else.
so.
I
Maybe
think you
so.
should have started
But-
at 21.
But the truth is
Man,
18.
fuck
now.
that. We saying
think this-
18.
But
I
the
think
truth
this
is
circles
18.
me back to the.
I feel like
the
you don't have
original
nothing
point
in common with
of the
18.
fact that-
besides
That's
sex.
cap.
I'm trying to
One
understand.
mic.
That's all they
Go
want.
ahead.
It's
Go ahead,
just
Danielle.
sex.
That's
Y'all, hold on, hold on,
Not
hold on.
true at
Hold on,
all.
hold on,
Not
y'all.
true at all.
Hold on.
And less baggage.
I think
which
this
we know
circles
is
us back to our
not-
original point of men. I feel like not y'all men, right? Not these
Not
men.
you guys.
Right.
Not you guys.
Not you guys.
Hey,
I'm
hold
talking
on.
about men in
Say-
general.
say- hold
Most
on, Danielle.
men.
Say it a little bit slower and look at me in the eye when you do it.
Oh, sweet
Not all
Jesus.
men.
Mhm.
Not you guys.
Okay.
But most men,
Okay.
right?
Fair
Okay.
enough. All right.
Are scared, or I don't know, like they can't deal with an ambitious woman. And realistically, ambition, drive, motivation, all that comes between those ages that you guys don't
Yeah.
like. So I feel like that has something to do with it, because realistically, yes, you're right. The 18 to 23, the baggage is different, but the baggage is still going to be there's still going to be baggage. It's just different kind of baggage.
And they're gonna need you more.
Yes.
Mhm.
I done repeated
Because
myself like 4 or 5
Guys
times.
like
I'm about
to
to
be
say,
good.
man.
I just don't think they get it because I can tell by the
They-
responses.
I get
they-
it.
You don't.
They don't.
I
But
definitely
like I
get
said,
it.
I think
you still,
Naja
but you
gets
haven't,
it,
you still
but
haven't
she definitely
responded,
gets
but you still haven't responded to my original point, saying that I think men are generally like scared of dealing with an
No, I
ambitious
responded
woman.
to that. You're not listening to me. I said
So
it has
please.
nothing to do with you being ambitious.
So
It has
what's-
nothing to do with you being too strong of a queen. It has nothing to do with you being a nice black woman. It has nothing to do with that.
So what's got to do it?
What we doing right now? Going back and fucking forth. Like
So
at
you don't
this-
think you would go back and forth with an 18-year-old?
Oh, you definitely will.
Oh,
This new
absolutely.
age.
I love how
depends on
they
the
ask me a question and then they don't let me finish
Yeah,
my
you
point.
gotta let
I have
them
not finished
finish, y'all.
one
You gotta let them
point. There's a
finish,
whole
y'all.
conversation. They pick it and attack it. Y'all should be lawyers, man. These are nice career women.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go.
I thought about it.
I was.
I thought
Y'all-
about it.
I was gonna be a corporate lawyer.
Y'all should have been. I would definitely hire y'all. God
If
damn.
you ran this tape,
Goodness
you'd be the
gracious.
lawyer. But go ahead with your answer.
I'm not hiring you. I hired them. And then she could be
fine.
admin. I think it'd be
That's
great. I think you're
fine.
real organized.
Oh my
That's
lord.
fine. That's fine. I'd hire myself.
All right, can we?
The answer.
Were
Answer
you
the
done, Oliver? Go ahead, bro.
Oh shit. My thing is, I just keep going around in circles.
Mhm.
Well, because y'all not understanding it. She's saying that we don't want a woman because of the ambit. First, okay, let's go a little deeper. I'm gonna get a little more aggressive. Me and him is. I'm not trying to say like. I don't want to say like top of the food chain, but I mean we up there compared to the percentages of men as far as the money we make, our height, our size. Y'all can think whatever.
No,
but at the same
it's
time,
true.
but if we're talking about percentages,
Finance-wise.
but if we're talking about percentage, if
How
we're
tall
talking
are you?
about dudes,
How tall are you?
Can you let him finish?
Oh.
That, yeah, she don't know.
I'm sorry.
She
did it on
trying to get it.
my 18-year-old wouldn't do this.
So she loves. She,
Oh,
bro.
she
She
loves
definitely
you,
would.
bro.
She'd already
She would
know.
do it.
She
She
would have
loves
already
you,
had the
bro.
measuring stick.
Can y'all just let him finish? Danielle, we love your passion. Just let him finish.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't.
Go ahead, bro.
I told you we should have sat next to each other.
Gosh,
We should
man.
have worked that out. Go ahead.
Yo, my thing is like it's bad habits. That's all I'm saying. Dudes, we like less bad habits. That's all I'm trying to say.
Bad habits.
I had more bad
Well, that's the
habits
case. I need
when
to
I
go
was
home, huh?
18.
I love how-
have less.
I love how you guys say I, but we keep keeping it in general. Like,
And ladies, just remember when we call this show Shattered Illusionz because it applies to the majority of people, the 51% or better in the world.
when you guys say this is what it sounds like. If we have a parking lot outside, we know that there's handicap exceptions. This person has a wheelchair. This person has Down syndrome. We get it. That's why they have handicap stickers. But in general, Most people are not handicapped.
The exception does not.
That's all
make
we're
the
trying to
rule.
say.
The
We know that
exception
there's
proves the rule. That's what we're trying to say.
unicorns
We get
out
it.
there.
We get it, and y'all are special. We get it.
Yes.
Oh, don't say it like that. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
we
special.
making
I'm
jokes about it
rare.
the entire time too. Like I know.
Well, I'll say the thing about you, Najee. Your mindset is rare. I definitely agree.
I
with
give
you
her,
too.
yeah, true.
But there's still some things that you do as a woman. I'm just like, we talk about that. We'll keep that off here. But it's just like certain things that y'all do, I don't agree with. Like, and this what makes me even more upset because y'all always get upset when I say all women are the same. But y'all proving our point by being combative on the things that we say because y'all all say the same exact thing. Like, for example, how many times have we heard who hurt you? I'm not like that. I wouldn't do that. It's the women that you're dating. Your mom's a black woman. You're afraid.
I don't
You're
think anybody
afraid.
said your mom's a black woman
I'm
this entire
generally speaking.
He's saying based on the podcast.
And again,
from other girls.
we talking about just based on life.
We've heard that before too. You're just afraid of a strong, ambitious woman. Y'all all say the same
But
shit.
nobody's yet to respond to that strong, ambitious woman outside of you upstairs.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Nobody here in this room.
What's
has-
I didn't respond to that.
No, you didn't.
He said that it's not that.
It's no getting through there, bro.
He said that it's not that they don't
Damaged.
want to date
Emotional
an ambitious
damage.
woman. They just don't want
You got
somebody
that?
with baggage or whatever.
Oh, the baggage. The baggage.
Danielle, listen,
Got
sweetie.
you.
Come on.
Copy.
We
The
trying
baggage.
to make you better, man.
I was just trying to.
We got to break you down and make you better.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
Break me down, make me better.
I'm good. TK, that's you, bro.
I'm trying to make it better. I'll take the project.
Damn, you doing
But you know what?
Thanks, baby.
If she actually came with logical facts, I actually would debate her. But she's saying the same fucking thing. She's not listening to the points. I'm like, bro, it ain't no helping her.
But ironically, the most feminine woman down here who's kind of quiet, which one? Who do you think it?
The 24-year-old. How you doing? You all right?
Most
I'm doing
feminine.
well. I'm just listening.
So is
Exactly.
I'm just
quiet
listening.
as
Really?
For a second.
Listening? Your hair looks lovely, by the way.
So if somebody is submissive,
appreciate
that's
that.
the equivalent of femininity.
I love your
Yes,
shirt.
absolutely.
Mhm.
But why?
I'm-
Like society.
I'm more of a
they-
Tupac guy though,
question.
but
Hold on, yo. One mic. Go ahead.
I like
go
me a
ahead.
little
do
extra.
you,
I like
do you
Biggie.
feel like this is a man problem or a black man problem with the
This interesting question.
ageism?
Black man.
No, absolutely.
No, it's not. It's a man. It's a whole man problem because I see a plenty of white.
Disagree.
No.
I-
White
I
men.
would
No,
agree.
there's plenty of white men.
If I dated white men, I would be married.
So that question I
I'm
asked
talking
you-
about age. You asked about
Yo,
age.
hold up.
That
O-
question-
That's about
organization.
age.
Organization.
That
Go-
question-
go ahead.
Age-wise,
It's a black
most
man
men.
problem.
No, it is not
Yo,
because there are a
time
lot
out,
of white men that are still looking for sugar babies. It's
That-
not a black man thing.
Hey, Will, go ahead. Go
that
ahead, Will.
question I asked you about the 45 and 26-year-old was about Tom Brady. He's a white man.
And on top of
Dating
that,
a white model.
to be
hey,
to
shout
be,
out to that nigga Yeezy too, bro. His new wife bad
to
as
be
shit.
clear too, Dottie, to answer your question, it's not just black men. Because think about this. I'm using this example because y'all would know, and not because it holds any real relevance. But think about Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, I love Leo.
They
I knew
always
you were
say
gonna
the
bring
same.
that up.
They always say the same exact thing. He won't date anybody over 25. It's
Mhm.
kind of a running joke now.
Mhm.
But why do you think that is?
Why do I think it's a running joke?
No, why do you think he won't date anybody over 25?
Because he's able to manipulate her and mold
Do y'all
her
not know we
and-
can manipulate a bitch over 30? Do y'all not understand that?
It actually,
Leo's a little immature though.
it actually can be
because-
easier sometimes.
Exactly, because they more desperate. If
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
No.
when they 22, they more arrogant. Actually,
So
Mhm.
again, you're kind of
That's
proving our
not true.
point by asking that question. Just think about the men who are at the top echelon of the food chain. Why do they all go down to the 21, 22, 23-year-olds? Why do you think
I
that
just
is?
told you.
It's for
Because they're able to
physicality.
because we're able to manipulate, bro. That's what they're
Yeah.
saying.
We're just
Because-
We're just manipulators.
We're
Like
not
you said
getting it.
We're not strong enough to get a woman.
Like
off
I don't think it's the
We're-
baggage.
we're not
thing.
married.
No,
Yeah.
hold on. Let her
She
finish. Let her
finished?
finish. Let her
She
finish.
finished?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
let her
Who's the
finish.
most
You don't
submissive?
ever let me
The most feminine woman in this room right now, the quiet one.
Yes.
Right,
That's
yes.
That's
but
true.
You want the quiet one, the one that doesn't say anything. She's the
Right.
most submissive. She's
And
the most
so-
feminine.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
And what is that? Why
But
is
you don't
that
want
feminine?
someone that's gonna challenge you and be like,
No, men do not want challenge, and I hate to keep
No, I'm
raising
not.
my.
I'm not saying like, okay, like this is how I am in public. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, my man's right. But in private, I'm be like, look, babe, you were wrong, and
And
this
that's
is why.
fair. That's
And that's
fair.
And it's
growing
gonna
you.
make him better.
But that's not a challenge, though. That's constructive criticism.
okay. Then I changed what I said.
Don't
then.
don't use
Constructive
that word because I
criticism.
think honestly, to a certain extent,
18-year-olds aren't going to do that.
Yeah, I was about
They're
to
gonna be
say,
like, oh
what
yes, daddy,
18-year-old
you,
does-
you right.
They're yes.
Look
it's
at
funny how they
Krishan
say
Rock.
it's funny how they say we make
Look at-
assumptions, but the stuff we said is facts. The stuff they're saying is assumptions. Y'all assuming that an 18 to 24-year-old girl wouldn't do that. That's an assumption. You don't know every single 18 to 24-year-old
Well,
girl. But if
I'm
a
not
woman
saying
that's
every,
30
I'm
has a
saying
kid,
general.
that's a fact.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Destiny.
So
Go ahead,
The
beautiful.
24-year-old.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
I'm
Stop
quiet.
talking. Stop talking. Go ahead.
Oh my
talking.
God.
The lady
Okay.
is talking.
Oh my God. Don't do
Whoa.
it. Come on. Okay.
I didn't get none of this when I was
Except
quiet.
nausea.
I
Except
know.
nausea.
I know.
Come on,
I like nausea.
What do y'all having? What do y'all have in common with the 18-year-old? That's what I'm trying to understand. Okay, besides sex,
They
because
don't
I
need-
know that. I mean, I just want to know.
They don't care about having
No,
anything
they
in
don't-
common.
No,
That's not
wait.
true.
I want
Let
to
me
hear from
repeat.
them. I want to
Not
hear from
true.
them. Wait 1 second.
Time out. Listen,
repeat.
everybody,
Let me
please.
I got you,
please,
Black Kings.
please,
I got you.
please.
They don't need commonality. They have sex. They have a strong.
Are we
Did we
speaking
say that?
Chinese?
Did
Are we
we say
speaking
that?
Chinese,
Did
bro?
we say that?
I wanted to
That's
hear
an
the
assumption.
answer.
I
What's
thought.
the answer? What,
Yeah, what is the answer?
someone-
They do not want to argue. They don't
One
want to
person
argue.
at a time.
They don't want to
Listen,
argue.
You don't want to say a fact.
Wait, you let them answer.
Yo.
What's the
I wanna
answer?
hear.
Yo,
Gosh.
What do you have? I just want to know because I'm like, because when y'all don't like that. I mean, besides sex, what can y'all don't like?
My,
I said,
I want to
y'all
make
got
this
careers.
very clear.
Y'all-
18 to 24. Please, let's keep this section cool. Some 18-year-olds are more mature. Most are immature. Great. My thing is, like, generally speaking, right? And we go ahead. What happened?
make sure my mic's on.
Cut your mic on.
Yeah, cut your mic.
You might have cut it off by accident.
Turn it on, Queen.
It should be the top option.
Oh, it is. Okay, sorry.
Is it it's like kind of swirled around? There it is. Hit it.
on.
It's on.
It is.
Go ahead again. One more. Now turn it on again.
It's on.
Speak.
Hey,
All right.
There you go.
All right.
There we
Sorry.
go.
Go ahead.
but I just want to know because I'm like, when an 18-year-old, I mean,
Come closer.
sorry,
Mike.
but like, like when you're 18, I mean, y'all have nothing to relate on. Y'all have careers. Y'all are on totally two different spectrums of life. She can't relate to you on anything really. I mean, unless y'all start talking about cartoons and SpongeBob or something.
Like I said.
So it's just like I'm just trying to
You see the same-
understand. I'm sorry.
But
But
no,
it's
go
not
ahead.
manipulation.
'Cause
It's
I'm really
building on a
curious.
woman.
I don't think you
can
guys
build-
are.
You can
No,
build
No,
her.
but I am curious.
Y'all
Yeah,
not.
because you're not letting me finish my point.
Let us
Go ahead.
answer. Oliver's going to answer, and I'm coming right behind him. Please,
Okay.
ladies, don't say anything.
Please.
Just
I
let
won't.
just let
Control
him
yourself,
speak.
please.
Let him finish,
wanna know.
and then I'm coming behind you. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
All right, look, man. So I'm gonna keep it like this: 18 to 24 is the range. So, with that being said, you're in that range, right?
I am.
Me and you had a very fabulous conversation at Naja's party. We was talking for a minute. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yes, it
Back
was
in
a
October.
it was a great Yeah, but I'm saying it was a great conversation, right?
It was.
And you're in that age range. So why would that be a problem if I would want somebody like that?
Well, I'm sorry. I was looking specifically at the 18. I'm sorry. I
Keep
didn't get
shooting,
down to
Sean.
the.
Y'all missed. But that's what I'm saying. Y'all are cherry picking, which I want to cherry pick. We said 18 to 24. So a 22-year-old, you're telling me you was some 22-year-olds do still watch SpongeBob. I'm something.
I do too.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, you can have a good conversation with a 23, 24, 22, 20. My thing is, it's that range. We got to keep it at the range
he's
and
saying
stop being
not 18.
extreme.
So he's not
I
saying-
didn't say
So
that.
you're saying 23 and up.
Y'all
Okay.
let him go ahead.
Can we
finish.
shift the focus? And
Please.
so I noticed that we've been focusing a lot on the fact that, the best time for a woman is between 18 and 24. Can we talk about how there's no
Okay,
time?
since you're
Wait,
listening,
hold on.
no.
You're interrupting me.
Y'all
I haven't-
interrupted me. Fuck you
I haven't
mean?
finished my
At the end of
statement.
what do you mean by 18 to 24? I want to see if you was listening. When we say 18 to 24, what did we say that was the best
I
time for
actually
women?
had a question around that, but I didn't get to finish the question.
At the end of the day, you're not listening because you can't even answer that question. So But go
So
ahead.
once again, what I was going to say is, before I was really interrupted, if the best time for a woman is between 18 and
want to talk.
24, when is a good time for a man, since that is not between 18 and 24?
and we answered that already. Did you not listen?
Once again,
We answered that already.
They said 35 and up.
give me
Thank
one
you.
second.
Thank you, Naj. Yes.
Give me 1
Go
second.
go ahead, Danielle. Go ahead. Go
Thank
ahead.
you so much.
Go ahead.
Because I'm 31, so I date 35. Thank you for that.
You about to be 30 next month. I'm just saying.
Hit
You gonna
your
start
button
doing
for
that for
you.
yourself?
Hit your button for you.
Oh,
Oh no, why would he do that for him? It's different for men.
He's a king.
So I just want to
How
know,
old are they?
when is the best age? Because you're saying it's 35, but the things that you said about women, we're still not getting at a 35-year-old man. So when should we start expecting that for a man?
Rephrase the question again. I kind of lost
So
you there.
you said between 18 and 24, we get obedience, we get someone who's not about to argue, we get strong, confident women.
Mhm.
We don't see that in the men who are 35.
You don't see that in the minute of 35.
No, I'm saying generally men who are 35 are still finding themselves, or like it just keeps growing. The number keeps growing. Like
losers.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
Okay, that part.
Thank you.
That
That is the first.
Wait,
That is
time
the
out,
first
time
thing he
out,
said
time
that
out.
I
No,
agree
no,
with
no,
this entire
listen,
time.
everybody, please shut the fuck up. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Look, why when we dog men out, you're okay with that?
She didn't hear my point on that. She was like, yo.
We've always said that, Danielle. Think about this. The reason that Oliver and I are so arrogant the way that we are, because we realize that we're rare. The majority of men, we will say this to you guys, are losers. The majority of people, both men and women, are fucking losers.
Yes.
We get that. But again, generally speaking, men get the things that are attractive to women above the age of 35. What do women find attractive? Money, status, clout. On average, yeah, there's some 19-year-old millionaires. Yeah, there's some 19-year-olds that have clout. But on average, men get their power above the age of 35
So why do you think that is?
typically,
because it takes longer to accumulate what women find attractive.
is it easier to look good, or it's easier to start a business and get money?
Hold on, bro. Just real quick. Do you realize that the majority of 18-year-olds are invisible to the average 18-year-old girl? Why do you think that is? The 18-year-old girls aren't dating 18-year-old guys most of the time. They're dating 25 and 30-year-olds. Why? Because 25 and 30-year-olds, they have jobs, they have careers, they have something that can give that girl guidance. But think about this: when we get to our equivalent, which is 35, our equivalent of y'all being 18 is us being 35. So when we get to that 35-year-old age, we now have the things that you guys want. So what are we going to do? We're going to reach back down and do what you did when you were 18. Why is that an issue?
Where you cherry picking now? What did he say?
But you can even go back to
She's gonna say you like children.
Y'all in high school though. When
She's
y'all
gonna say started daycare.
Because y'all were dating older men when y'all were 18. Don't lie and don't.
It's not true.
You just said you was dating a 60-year-old.
I dated a guy that was 4 years older than me.
Joke. Laugh a little. See, an 18-year-old would laugh. God,
He was 4 years older than me.
Go ahead.
He was 4 years older than me when I was 18.
When y'all in high school coming in the 9th grade, y'all didn't see no seniors that was attractive.
Sure
they gonna
did.
cap.
We did.
They gonna cap.
Absolutely, I did.
No, I did.
Me personally, I was very sheltered. So
Coming in the 9th grade, y'all seen seniors that was attractive.
yeah.
And
I did. but I
we
didn't
all
pursue
we,
it.
And
still
the
remember
seniors preyed on the 9th grade.
I was gonna say, bro,
They sure did.
We
I will
all have a
never
story.
forget.
We don't sit here and cat. We all have a story of a girl that was in high school that was dating somebody in college or older. We all have that story. Come on, man.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
And the guy that I was dating who was in college, we had literally nothing in common. In fact, when we broke up, I don't even think I grasped it because I went to go shopping right after. Like I didn't care. Like it wasn't a relationship. I think you remember that. Remember Brian, high school?
Yes.
College.
You gonna go?
Right.
you
He
gonna
was
say it?
literally in college. Okay.
Oh, I
There are
didn't
a
know
lot of
that.
friends
He
out
was
there.
in college.
Yes,
Yeah, he was
'cause he
older.
literally
He
told my
was so
dad-
much older.
Yes, and he said he was
Why did you
Howard
want to know
High.
old man? Why did you want to do that walks with a cane? Why did
I
you want
would
to know
have
old man?
told you no, Ellie. I didn't know that.
I
Yes.
didn't like him.
He probably
Yes.
walks with a walker.
And
Did
then
you really
they're
think
like,
he was in high school?
so,
But-
so
Yes.
Max,
He didn't
Max,
even
like-
look like he was in high school.
But she's just proving our point too, because you literally dated
But I'm
an older
saying-
man though.
But I'm saying at the time, there was nothing I could give him. There was nothing that he could give me. It was literally a baseless relationship.
But you gave him
Your
something.
experience.
You gave him something.
And that's actually
Nothing. I gave him nothing.
You ain't fuck him.
No, we did nothing. We literally did nothing.
Stop the cap.
Go ahead. Play your little song. I have no problem.
It's not a song, it's a phrase.
I have
Hold on.
no problem.
My
letting
18-year-old would know that as well because she just came out
I
of
would
grammar
have
school.
no problem
Too far
saying
removed.
what I've done and what I haven't done. We never fucked, but that's why I'm saying there was nothing to go off that relationship. Now, I'm not saying that if you go higher, you might have found something, but it's still a baseless relationship because what are you guys basing it off of? Like, you guys can't say like, oh yeah, I started this business. What do you think about this? Like, oh, I have a podcast. What can you talk about? Like, I mean, go ahead.
Get back in the kitchen.
Bro,
Lady.
I'm trying to calm their emotions
ladies,
down. Like,
and I'm
At
gonna
this point,
No, he
should I
didn't.
check about the chicken that we ordered?
Oh no, it already came.
Okay.
So listen.
Is it cold now?
I feel like it's cold.
Is it
No,
cold?
it's
It's
not.
cold.
It's not.
Okay.
Damn, when did it come?
Ladies, again, you got to understand, we're just trying to talk about the general population here, okay? Men, we are to protect and provide. Women are to heal and nurture, okay? So as a man, when we're out building the world, trying to start businesses, starting a podcast, working, the last thing that we want to do is come home and be combative with our wife. again, an 18-year-old can be healing and nurturing. That's all we need her to do. Hey, did you eat? Can I cook something for you? I don't need to have conversations. I don't need all of that. And don't get me wrong, emotional maturity is nice. And which you're right. Somebody who's 18 can't compete with the emotional maturity of a 35-year-old woman. I'm not going to lie. Those things are nice sometimes, but it's more of a cherry on top of a sundae than of requirements.
Oh, I have a thing too. I feel like that's also speaks to the level that you all are on, because I feel like if you elevate yourself as a man, if you're going into certain situations, you want the woman that you're bringing with you to reflect those situations. So for example, you've got a man who's like going into boardrooms and meetings and events. You want a woman that knows how to act in those events. An 18-year-old probably does not know how to act in those events.
That's not always true.
She means like instead of y'all making a queen, you already have a queen that's already been made on her own. Like there's a different level based on experience and maturity.
So can I say this though?
Yeah.
Like the younger women, the older men kind of like can build that woman. Like I'm not gonna say train, but train her how.
That's
to,
what we said. Y'all
you know
wanted.
So,
Y'all wanted to
build a
manipulate
bear.
and
That's-
mold
that's-
and
build a
my-
girl.
So that's manipulation.
I'm just saying, I just
showing
love
you
how they say we making assumptions,
Right.
but that's an
Showing
assumption
you
that an
how-
Let him
18-year-old
finish.
doesn't know
Let
how
him
to act.
finish. Let him finish.
Yeah,
showing
because
you
you're
how
proving
to
my point right now.
showing you how to love me, because like you gotta look at the older women, a woman in my peer group, you know what I'm saying, already got these expectations of a man, like what they want. Like they're selfish in the expect, because you are looking for what you want. As a man, you know what I'm saying, going down younger, I can help build, you know what I'm saying. If y'all get what I'm saying?
No.
Like building on I'm trying to
We gotta elevate, bro. We gotta elevate ourselves.
but I'm trying to like make it make sense, like building on like how to love me, you know what I'm saying? Because a woman already selfish, like she already got her ways of how she want to be loved and how she's gonna love the man.
But
That's a communication thing.
don't you feel like but don't you
communicate
feel
about
like
how
you
you wanna
have
be
to
loved.
do that
Yes. Yeah, talk
in
about
every relationship with a new person? You have to train them on how you like to be loved, train them on
Why
how
does it always have to be trained? God damn.
okay, mold them into how you like to be loved both ways.
I wouldn't even say
because you're
train
getting
or
used to
mold.
a
I would
new
just say
person.
talk about it.
Communicate.
No, you're
Communicate.
getting used to a new person. That person sexually, they have to learn your course,
Learn is a
how to
good
learn
word.
your body.
I think we gotta elevate you.
But doesn't that a
You're teaching
conversation?
them. Both are teaching them what they do and don't like, their pet peeves. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not an age thing. That's
That's
every
with every
relationship that you're gonna
relationship.
get into.
This went from a
We gotta elevate, bro.
This went from a Valentine's Day episode.
That's
to
what I'm saying.
Valentine's
Can we go
Day
back to Valentine's Day?
Let's turn into ageism.
This like my bloody Valentine's Day. Can we go back to the Valentine's Day
we
questions?
couldn't even finish because I got interrupted by the point. And that went to a whole nother fucking conversation.
We was all interrupting each
what
other.
Ladies, I want y'all to watch this back because
You
I think a lot of it was just like you guys weren't really listening to a lot of the points we were saying. It's like it went in one ear, went out the other. So Naja, you want to go ahead and ask that question about Valentine's Day to get back on subject here? Did you?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, do you guys think with this being cuffing season, and Valentine's Day approaching, do y'all think love is seasonal? Because I noticed a lot of people be pressed to be in relationships between Thanksgiving and they don't give a fuck after Valentine's Day. But then when the weather starts to get a little warm, you see more people being single again. Do you think love is seasonal?
Absolutely.
Yes,
And
I
it
think
shouldn't
it
be.
is.
Absolutely.
All
I
right.
think it really is.
One
And
at
it
a
shouldn't
time.
be. It should not.
Destiny, you've been kind of quiet. I want you to go and answer the question,
Sorry.
and then go ahead.
What you got to say?
No, I honestly think it is because I think it fills the void of loneliness. That's why everybody's like, "Oh, I need a boob for Christmas. I need a boob for Thanksgiving. I need a boob for Valentine's Day." I think it definitely is a seasonal thing because nobody wants to be that person that's like, "Dang, everybody out at dinner and I'm sitting at home
Right.
staring at the ceiling."
Mm.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
I love that answer. Good job.
I
tried.
Go ahead, Dottie.
Especially
I love
for
it.
men, I think it's very seasonal. I don't see that a lot with women. Like when it's summer, oh, hot girl summer. That's a myth. That's propaganda. No, we're not out here with the hot girl summer. That's men doing that, causing arguments before Valentine's Day. And
They do be doing
That's-
that because they ain't trying to get you a gift. They be
I
trying.
know.
They do be doing that. They be doing that shit.
why?
So they ain't got to get you a gift. Oh, I seen that last text message but between you and such and such, and the whole time it be
But I
a
would do that. I wouldn't do that to
notification.
you. I get you a gift.
Oh my god, they do that.
Yes, they sure do. They break up right before Christmas, Valentine's Day. They gonna start the argument.
She's
So they
about
gotta
to poison the last one.
Oh my
Damn, poisoning her.
Not before Christmas.
They be doing it before your birthday sometimes too.
They bet not.
Do y'all see how like innocent Destiny is? Like men, we
And
naturally.
the thing is,
She's different though.
and the thing is, if you deal with
She
it,
is different.
You different, sis.
Listen,
She a
hold
little
on.
green. She a little green.
We
so.
want to show her the world. That's how men
And-
show love. Like, you know what? Like,
Manipulation. Hashtag.
She different.
hashtag daddy daycare, right?
For real. At its finest.
I'm on the phone with Eddie Murphy.
Oh my
That should
lord.
be the,
Actually,
the
like that
title of
movie,
this
to be honest with you.
podcast.
I love that movie. Actually,
Daddy Daycare.
I'm here to tell you right now. We don't care. Let me tell you. We don't care.
all right, Dottie, were you done? I'm sorry.
I'm done. Go
Okay.
ahead.
okay.
Now go ahead. What's your name? What's your name? I want you-
Forever 21.
Danny. Go ahead.
It's Ellie.
Ellie,
But fine.
yeah.
What am I asking?
Is love seasonal essentially?
For Negroes, yes. For
When
men,
you,
yes.
When you say Negroes, what do you mean?
I
Men
mean
specifically.
for men specifically, of all complexions and races, yes. I think women, realistically, women will do more than they probably should in a relationship. They don't know when to leave it. Men do. So men will leave.
I gotta give y'all that. Y'all know y'all worth.
Y'all know when
Y'all
we
sure
gotta
do.
work on our shit.
Y'all know y'all the
We need to
kings.
work on our shit.
Y'all do.
No,
y'all
we
know
don't.
when to exit.
No, we don't.
Y'all know
No,
when
y'all
to
know when to exit.
y'all exit quickish.
We give a million chances.
Mm-hmm.
We sure do. We
Can I-
fall in love with potential.
Can I ask you a
Oh,
question?
yeah.
Go ahead.
Who
Who you asking?
who
Not
hurt
me.
You.
He about to say who hurt
Who
you.
hurt you? That's what, like, because literally, you
Why
like,
you mad?
you have been proving our point all night. All these assumptions about men and how men
What you
ain't shit.
mean?
This, that, and the third. You see,
I want you to look
I
at how you
literally-
acted during this podcast and how she acted. That's
I
what we're trying to
different
literally-
say.
things.
I said
What I do?
that.
Exactly.
That's their point. That's their point.
Like,
Oh,
why
they want
y'all
you to
mad at
quiet?
the truth? Y'all just mad at the truth, and that's
No.
Your
fine.
reactions to what
We're mad.
That's
We're
fine.
mad at the truth.
That's fine. All I said was
Tell us,
that.
boo, we need to elevate. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
elevate.
I need to elevate. I need to
yourself.
elevate.
Elevate yourselves. So all I said was that yes, it's a seasonal thing that men really do know when to cut it off, and women don't. So we don't have a cupping season because cupping season is every season for us. And y'all be like, peace. I gotta go to Florida, or I gotta go. You know, it's summer.
So how do I elevate from that?
Well, for one, you find yourself a great woman.
How do I do that? Help me out.
Go to high school. Elementary school. Go to
R. Kelly waiting outside with the bus.
kindergarten.
Hey,
Not R.
ladies.
Kelly
I
though.
ain't gonna lie, that
Don't
was-
forget to bring
You praying at
a
the mall.
stroller.
That was kind of funny, right?
Don't forget to bring a stroller
kinda
and
funny.
a
hate
pacifier.
Diapers.
Don't forget the milk and the diapers and the formula
That was
while you're
ki-
there.
That was kind of funny.
Oh my
Danny.
God.
Super cute.
That was kind of
Better get your wick ready. Shit.
So look, I want to talk about this too because we were talking about this earlier upstairs. Y'all always make these assumptions about men, but like I was trying to tell you guys earlier, you realize the majority of men don't get sex like that, right?
Oh, we
No.
wait.
Hold on,
You
hold
said
on,
the
one-
majority of men don't get sex like that?
Yes.
Yes.
You-
Yes.
You realize that?
Yes.
How about you, Destiny?
And we know that based off y'all performance that y'all don't get sex like that.
What the fuck does that mean?
Ooh.
Bro,
Y'all do
bro,
not-
you gotta stop feeding her because it goes into a whole nother conversation. We gotta just
Men-
let her stay in her zone.
She
Yeah.
said y'all be having sex like y'all just came out of prison.
But
I would like us to mature here.
I love how we just got.
I would like us to act very.
listen,
very
I'm gonna just say this.
I didn't say that. She
There's a stat out here that's been repeated constantly on podcasts like this. 33% of men age 18 to 35 have not had sex in the past year.
Mm.
Y'all don't believe that, do you? Right?
You said,
Mm-mm.
wait, can you give me the
Um,
statistic again?
Sure.
you find
33% of men between 18 and 35 are either virgins or have not had sex in the
Oh,
past year.
33%.
I feel
Oh.
like that.
33% is fair.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, but that I have a lot of reasons for why that is.
Why do you think that is?
Porn.
Really?
Dr. Playing into
No,
it.
Porn.
expand on that.
So porn takes it like desensitizes men, and so it gives you instant gratification. So you get online, you get whatever you want, you get it instantly. Why would you go out and work to get anything else.
You have a point there, but do you think, generally speaking, do you think that men would prefer porn or a real woman? Generally speaking,
I feel like men would prefer porn, which is why you have
What?
a problem.
I don't agree
Look
with
at
that.
the OnlyFans.
So-
These women are millionaires.
I feel like it's
I-
sad.
that's
I think
true.
if you were
That
to
is
really
true.
take a deep dive
I
in a
love
lot
how
of
this whole show they
relationships-
tell us what men want.
Exactly. Hold on.
You
y'all.
just asked me. I'm just
real
giving you
quick.
my-
and that's fair.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right.
But you realize the reason that porn use and OnlyFans use and the GFE experience is on the rise is because men aren't having sex. And the reason that is because women like yourselves have too high of standards for the average guy. Hold on, let me finish. You guys do not see the men that aren't on even in your like, I
Don't
guess.
get it twisted. It ain't us.
Yeah, no
Because
bullshit.
maybe I gotta start putting that thing because she thinking she like. I mean,
Y'all
just-
don't.
come
but
on,
listen,
man.
Why are you
let-
bringing
let-
this to
let-
me?
Let me finish though. Y'all don't see the men that are 18 years old. 18 years old. You don't see the men that are Jiffy Lube changing your oil. You don't see the men that are slightly handicapped, a mental handicap. You don't see the men that you find unattractive. Those men are invisible to you, but realize these are men too. And the reason that OnlyFans stuff is rising so much because men are lonely. Y'all think because the men that y'all are dealing with,
Nuh-uh.
I'm sorry. That's just
y'all
so
think because the men that
sad.
y'all are dealing with are cheating on you and things like that, that all men have the ability to do that. I told you earlier upstairs, men are only as faithful as their options. So any man that has the option to cheat, 9 chances out of 10, I'm gonna say even 9.5 out of 10, he gonna cheat.
But that's why I think men are
That's
using
sad.
porn, because let's be real, you're not getting it anywhere else. So you get on the internet and that gratifies you to the point that you don't know what to do with a real body.
You're
when you
proving
get
my
one.
you're proving my point.
Yes,
though.
I know. I know men don't get enough.
Most men don't get sex, period.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's not a-
then what's the argument then?
There's no argument. I was just explaining that
So
I
you
think
agree.
that
She
is
just like to be
due
combative.
That's
You know,
it. That's
when
it.
you
know,
get over
black
28,
women.
it happens.
black 31-year-old women. We just love to be combative.
All right. So
Why don't you know?
were you aware of that stat that most men don't have sex?
No, not at all.
You
If
said
anything, I thought. I mean,
33%
Well, 33% is not most.
Well, again, look at the stat though. I'm talking about the ones that have not had sex in the past year or are virgins. How many women? What percentage of women do you think are between 18 and 35 are virgins or have not had sex in the past year? Compared to that,
More
A
than
lot of
33%.
33%.
A lot.
Yes, you'd be, yes.
There are a lot of women that aren't having sex nowadays because of that one question you asked: who hurt you?
oh, time out. Are any of y'all virgins?
Just because we're not
Answer
virgins.
the question. Answer the question.
I'm a virgin.
Are any of y'all
24
virgins?
year old is.
One, Dottie, virgin,
No, I'm not.
virgin,
No.
virgin,
don't want to answer the question.
virgin. Exactly. Have y'all had sex in the past year?
No.
No.
Nope.
I
Wait,
swear
actually-
I haven't had
You're-
two.
Stop, you can't-
It's going on
just
2.5 years.
Dottie, I love you,
You
until
asked the
that
wrong
point.
question.
Don't lie.
Has anyone
I
had an
swear
orgasm?
to
You should
God.
ask that
I
question.
haven't.
Unfortunately.
I think the thing is, TK, I think that the
I
point we're
have
trying to
this,
get across more so with it is that you guys do that by choice. Because if any of y'all, we did a Shattered Illusionz after dark, like I always say, and we take y'all down
It
to
is by
the
choice.
hood ass shoppers down the street. We take y'all down there, some motherfuckers gonna holler at y'all. That's just what it is.
It is by
Well,
choice.
yeah, it is by
What's your-
choice.
what's your point by
Exactly,
saying
and
that?
that's what we're trying to say. With guys, it's not by choice.
But time
It's
out.
not a choice.
All
They can't
y'all
get it
all y'all could get some dick if you wanted to.
tonight.
Yeah.
Most men can't get sex if they wanted to.
not most
It's not
men.
the men that y'all want.
The
though.
majority of men cannot call
There
up a
are
chick in their
ugly
phone and get
guys
some
that are
ass
out
tonight.
here with-
They can't.
Yes, there are.
There are
There are ugly
Yes.
guys like a whole
It has not-
football
Why do you guys
team.
keep going to looks? It's not about ugliness. Some dudes are ugly and they got that fucking yik yak. They can do that. It has nothing to do with that. When y'all are ugly, yeah, you're right. Nah, but y'all still can get dick when you're ugly.
I'm just saying both sides can get it. Like there,
I don't think that's true. Men love with their eyes. You know.
That's what I said.
But see, and like,
But
y'all
they're bringing
always-
up looks like saying it's an ugly dude that's still getting bitches. What does that mean? I was ugly at one point in time.
So look, y'all always address that. What about the other 67%, right? But think about this though. There's not 33% of women that aren't having sex right now or are virgins. It's just not happening.
because they
You don't
can't.
think so?
Hold on.
Absolutely
It's-
not.
Hold on. Because
there are more women that are virgins than men.
Yeah.
There are.
There
I'm trying to
are.
tell
There
you.
really
the,
are.
the difference is that it's by choice. It's not because you physically
Okay. Yes.
can't get.
Yes, I
dick.
agree with that.
That's
agree
what
with
we're
that.
trying. You dudes literally, if they try with all their might, with all their power, they can't even get a woman on a date. They can't even get a number.
Okay, it is
That-
harder for you.
That's
It is hard for
it's,
y'all.
it's not even about being harder. But my thing about it is when he's saying his stat, He's just saying 33% that haven't had sex. My thing about it is like, yo, it's a long way to sex. You get what I'm saying? Guys might have sex. Okay, maybe what? You sleep with one girl this year? I mean, it's like for a guy, like that's nothing. So my thing is like they can't do it. Like you can try your hardest. You can't. If you try to go into the gym, let's just take it all away from relationships. You go into the gym and try to lift what Q's lift. You can try your absolute hardest, be in the best shape, but you're just not as strong as him. Try absolute dudes, they can give it all their might. We're trying to get a girl to get sex. They just can't do it.
Good
and that's what we're
bro.
trying to say.
Good analogy, bro.
You just can't.
And do y'all think that the average 18-year-old man or the average 18-year-old girl has a higher body count? Average.
Well, they already answered.
Average 18-year-old man has a higher body count than an 18-year-old girl.
Y'all just said
I
earlier.
say women.
You think
Thank
women
you,
at
Dottie.
18?
Thank
This
you, Dottie.
generation.
Yeah, this generation,
absolutely.
yeah.
Let's not
110%.
switch because we just said
Yeah,
earlier
fast.
Now,
that-
if you're saying our generation, it would be a different.
I
answer.
feel like from my generation, maybe the younger ones, but from my generation, I went into college
Sex
with
is
so many girls
celebrated.
that were still virgins. I was surprised.
I was a virgin till college.
I'm gonna break this down again, guys. And I've said this 1,000 times on the podcast so far. Think about this. I'm just trying to be very patient with this. 18-year-old women have the pick of the litter because they have what most guys are looking for. She's young, she's hot, she's tight, and she's fertile, right? I told you again, men, what women are looking for in men, guys don't have that at 18. The average 18-year-old is invisible to most women.
They don't have it at 25.
She's not dating an 18-year-old woman on average is not dating an 18-year-old guy. She's dating a 22, 23, and sometimes even older than that. Okay. So with that being said, if you have the pick of the litter and this guy has no options, he doesn't have what woman wants, who do you think has a higher body count?
I guess I'm basing it on my experiences with people I know.
What you been doing the whole podcast? But go
No, I haven't. No, I've been very fair. I have been fair.
Nas has been fair, man. It's been
Like, no.
one that's not here.
No. Okay. When you put it like that, overall, yes, it probably is women because they have like a higher probability of being able to get sex.
Exactly.
But
Go ahead.
based on like the type of men I've seen, like I said, when you go back to demographics, if you're like confining it to a certain group, like race wise or like status wise, I would say men.
Because I promise you, any 18-year-old dude that's getting laid, he's providing some kind of value. He might be a rap
Looks.
star. He might be extremely good looking. Might be a basketball player.
Yeah.
And what percentage of women do you think want that guy that has all those things?
All of them.
Exactly. So again, you're taking that extreme guy in the example, the basketball player, star of the football team, male model. You're taking that guy and applying it to all
To
guys.
the towel boy.
That's not how it works.
No, I agree. When I sit and I think about it and I think about all of the guys,
Mhm.
okay, yes, like I don't see no gamer, no guy that like just sits in his house with a sex doll
Exactly.
doing it. Okay.
A guy that's 18-year-old, the average guy is 18 that doesn't work out, that doesn't know how to talk to women, has no money, plays video games all day. You think he's really slaying pussy like that? Really?
You know what? You got a point.
No, I see
Thank
it.
you.
When
Now
you
I'm
do-
thinking, I'm like, hold
Is
on.
that really a question?
Huh?
Is that really a question?
Yeah, that was the question. You missed the
I don't know why
conversation.
you
must
even
have
try to-
Because I'm trying to be patient, bro. I'm trying to give guys. I'm trying to tell guys like.
This is dumb. Them three is a chance. I'm just being honest, bro.
What? Wait, you said this is what?
I said this is done. I said because the thing about it is when we try to explain certain points and stuff like that, you have an argument for every single point. So I'm telling him it's best to just go ahead and just continue the conversation.
And just real quick, Dottie, the reason that we call this podcast Shattered Illusionz is not just because we want to shatter illusions about dating, but everything in general. Because again, most women like you think that most guys are out here having sex, that most guys cheat. And don't get me wrong, most guys will cheat given the opportunity, but most guys can't even get a woman to begin with.
Okay.
And again, why do you think our podcast becomes so popular so fast? Podcasts like Fresh and Fit. There are thousands of dating channels on YouTube trying to teach women how to get teach guys how to get women. There are none teaching women how to get guys. Why do you think that is? Because guys are struggling to get fucking laid.
I found
Y'all
one.
don't
She
see
stopped
those
making
guys
content.
though.
No, I agree with that. But at the same time, I had this conversation with you like prior to
Mhm.
it is harder men to get laid,
Mhm.
but I will say it is extremely difficult for women to get the type of guy that they're looking for as well.
I agree.
Because
That's hard. That's true.
because
That's
you
true.
guys have more possibilities. That ratio of men to women is like y'all have the potential of getting out the type of woman you're looking for that has it together and looks good. Y'all have more in that dating pool
Way
than we
more.
do have than that we have available with y'all. Because like you said, the guy that does have his shit together and it does look good, every girl wants him. There's more girls than women than men.
And Naja, I'm gonna let you go, Oliver, just real quick.
Are you good?
What you're saying is 100% facts, but it's misguided. And here's what it is. Andrew Tate always says this when it comes to
Don't
finances.
say that. Don't say that. That's the
What?
they gonna get triggered if you say Andrew Tate, bro. You gotta just say the point.
He always says this. There's going to be in the future, there's not going to be a middle class anymore. There's going to be have-nots and the have-yachts.
Sure.
So when you go to the sexual marketplace, yes, that's right. More men are going to have more choice, but just the top percent of men, not all men. The rest that are invisible, guys are either going to have all the women or no women. So yes, guys that are in the top percentage are going to have a pick of all the women. You're right about that. I agree with you. It doesn't help the average guy though.
Let's try it like this. How many of you guys think can actually match you? You know what I'm saying? Like what you guys make, what you guys do, what you bring to the table.
None.
How many guys? Not a lot, right?
You already know how I
It's
feel
in
about
a
that.
it's in a very small percentage. So the guys that can match it, those are the guys who you see as dating options. And those dating options are desired by a lot of women. So yes, those guys have a lot of choices, but to cross that threshold as a guy, it's not many that can do that.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Unpopular opinion. But do you all think that you're having issues with the dating market?
We don't have issues.
I was about to say, we talking about men in
I
general. Let's
meant
get
the
this.
men in general, obviously, not y'all. Not y'all.
Thanks for
Like,
clarifying that.
why would y'all have issues with the dating market? But men in general, because like women of the 18 to 24, I hate to go back on that, but the 18 to 24 range
Mhm.
could potentially start expecting more from men and then not putting out as much or not wanting to date as much. So do
Women
you
are
think
already expecting more, but go ahead.
right? So I'm saying, do you think that that is trickling down? Because before, like, you know, I just explained, when you're 18, you may not expect. It's like, look, I just want a free meal. I just want this. I just want that. Do you think women now are going out even 18, 24, 30 and expecting like, oh, I need to be financed before this meal even hits the table? And that is screwing up y'all's dating market because the babies have now expectations that like premium pussy ass, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I mean that's social media.
My thing is,
so-
once you cross a certain threshold as a guy, it just doesn't matter. What we're talking about, the reason why it's difficult to kind of do this because it's like we're switching back and forth between general men and the guys y'all want. The guys y'all want is so small, like it's very small. So those guys,
Why is that?
Was she here for that? You want to take it?
Yeah, I'm just saying real quick, ladies. Like, you realize
Don't
that,
laugh at me.
okay, again, maybe not y'all. Okay, I'm gonna break this down for y'all really kind of simple. But the average woman would want, if you ask them what they want, it's always the 3 6s: 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack. We always say that, okay? On average,
Or broad shoulders. Some girls like shoulders.
On average, okay. I'm just trying. When I say
I
6,
like that. The 3 6. I'd never heard of that.
I'd never heard of that either. That's all like that's interesting.
6 figures.
It's
and a
instinctual
6-pack.
for you. Don't worry.
And
You
again,
good. It's
Okay.
subconscious.
I'm about to put that on some type of
So-
profile.
So
Only need
and
two of those
when
things.
and when we say 6-pack, I'm not necessarily saying like shredded, but just a guy in shape. Okay.
his body.
You don't gotta be in shape.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
again, think about this. We're gonna break this down number wise.
Even if we take out the 6-pack, it's still just
We
the
get what
6
you're
foot
saying.
tall.
No,
Yeah.
I
We
agree.
get what you're saying.
I agree.
So think about this. There already are more women on the planet than there are men, right? You guys know that's a fact. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about black men and black women, I think y'all outnumber us. I think 4 to 1 or 5 to 1. Okay. So think about this. What percentage of men are over 6 feet tall? And I want y'all to go one by one and answer that.
30%.
I would say about 43.2.
Okay.
I said 30%.
Okay.
I'll do 40.
30.
You ready for this?
10%.
Only 13% of men are above 6 foot.
Jesus, that sucks.
So
It's the facts.
what percentage of men do you think earn $100,000 or more in
Ooh.
America?
100,000.
Even lower than that,
Go ahead.
probably like
Yeah, probably.
9%.
Okay.
Yeah, about 10%.
I'll give 15, maybe 15%.
10.
You said how many?
I said 15.
15?
10.
You're right.
10.
Right on the nail. And again, ladies, remember, this is married. These are guys that are gay and all that.
Mhm.
So when you talk about taking those factors out, it's even smaller than that. And that's all men. Again, all races, everything, not just black men. But
Mhm.
black men is more like 2 or 3%.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
social media is over here propping these women up like, go get it bad.
Whole different conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what percentage of men do you think have visible abs in America?
Visible abs?
Visible abs.
5%.
I'd say about 30.
Okay.
I'll say 5.
How about you?
10?
Again, that's 4%. Okay.
4%.
4% of
Mm-mm.
men have visible abs in America. I'm telling you, that's a fact.
I don't really even believe in statistics like that.
Okay, but again, just play with me for a second.
Where
okay?
did you get
Okay.
these statistics? First of all,
I'll-
I feel like you
Census
making
Bureau.
these up.
Listen,
Where did you get?
Because it doesn't take into
it
account
don't-
people that's unreported and
Where did
you Google?
the timeout, Census Bureau, the National Health Institute, all these things, and I can show you this after the podcast. It's not an issue, okay?
Okay.
But just think
I
about
don't
this,
believe in
ladies.
statistics.
And
I
again,
don't believe in statistics.
Dottie,
Mm-mm.
just hang out with
Can I
me.
tell you-
Hang out with me for a second. And Dottie, I agree with you to a certain extent. You can almost make numbers say anything you want to say.
Yeah.
But just again, for devil's advocate's sake, just ride with me here for a second, okay?
Mm.
So what percentage of men do you think have all 3 of those things if you had to just put it into a ballpark?
1%.
2%.
-9.
2.
So we're talking about a fraction of a single percentage point have all these things. And we're not talking about if you find him attractive. We're not talking about if he's married. We're not talking about if he's charismatic.
If he's
So
a
think
chode.
about this. If all women want those guys, why would he come down and pick somebody? I'm not saying y'all, but like you, when he could have this pick of the litter. Why would he do that?
Because
I would say.
Because they keep in mind, the average guy in America is 5'8" and makes $40,000 a year.
I'm not even trying to be smart, man. So Dottie, I got a real serious question. We don't go by statistics. What do we go by?
life experience.
Well, even life experience. I mean, so you figure the dudes that 6 foot tall that you see every single day that you want to date. I mean, there's a lot of them.
Well, for me, I'm not looking for 6 foot. Okay.
Okay,
so,
what are you looking for? Let's talk what you're looking for.
Like I said,
Okay.
upstairs, like y'all were talking about, I need
Oh,
looks.
I was down here.
Well,
Let it finish, bro.
he
Go
was.
ahead. Go ahead.
I don't need looks. I would like stability. That's important. I personally don't need looks.
But Dottie, I want to challenge that too, just real quick too. Think about this. Experiences, yes, we can go off of that. But I'm a guy. I work out 6 days a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I train with men who are beasts. I'm not saying that because they're my friends, but they're actually a beast. So I know black men that are 55 years old, shredded, have 6 packs, that can bench 315 like it's nothing. That's my experience.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go by what I know, I'm going to say all black men can do that. But I can recognize because it's my experience, that's an anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
You guys look at social media, see Drake, Davies, Trey Songz, with all these women. You see guys that are basketball players that are 6'10", surrounded by women on beautiful yachts, and think that all guys are like that.
No, we don't. No,
That's
we
why
don't.
you're saying that right now. Why are you so shocked about those statistics then? If you didn't
What
think
statistics?
that, what
I
just
wasn't
named
shocked
you?
by that.
We weren't shocked by those.
You don't think so?
I was shocked by some of them.
I was not shocked
I
when you
wasn't
said that
shocked.
men do not have or do not. I wasn't shocked by that.
Okay.
The sex one. That's
But
what I'm shocked about.
I
okay.
was not shocked by that.
I
But
was shocked by the sex
my
one.
point is, you grossly overestimated some of the numbers that I threw out there. That's what I'm saying. So you were shocked by it to a certain extent. But my point is, social media has kind of put a magnifying glass on the people that live these top 1% lifestyles.
No,
and
it
you
definitely
think it's
has.
common. It's not commonplace.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
Even if we take it to your experience, you don't believe in statistics, fair enough. My thing is like, okay, you say even provision, somebody that can provide, you want a leader, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're a nurse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Travel nurse at that.
Soon to be. I'm a new grad, so I need a year of experience first.
Okay, well, I mean, travel nurses make pretty decent money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you
Yeah.
want somebody that's gonna at least match you or higher.
Mhm.
How many men do you
Preferably.
but that's what I'm saying. How many men do you think can even hit around that threshold, even just for that, just to try to the same thing that you want?
Probably very minimal.
It's
Yeah.
still very slim.
Mhm.
So it's just these guys that we're talking about, they're just rare guys. And it's like a lot of time these guys have their pick of the litter. And Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
And we're just saying majority of the time, not all the time.
I understand.
You got majority of the time they're going to usually go for a younger girl.
And guys, think about this too, because all you guys probably make pretty decent salaries at this table, right? And you gotta realize women have this thing called hypergamy, which means that at the minimum, a woman wants a man that's across from her equal.
Yeah.
But in an ideal world, they want someone above them. Okay, so think about this. Let's say that y'all probably are around the 6-figure range. All y'all probably somewhere in that range, right? And I just told you less than 10% of men make that. So y'all won't even see a guy's making $40,000 a year. I mean, y'all might fuck with him, maybe have sex with him casually, something like that, but not as a long-term prospect.
That brings me
You're
back
already
to my point.
you're already in the negative.
Yeah, that
Well,
brings me
wait.
back to my point.
I
Like
mean,
ambitious women are not getting the love that they should receive because who's in their bracket? And who's in their bracket that wants to even, like, realistically, other men in that bracket might be intimidated by it. And then
They're not intimidated. It's not the intimidation. And you're not the thing that women are making a mistake. You're not even asking what that guy wants.
But you're right. You're right. You're right. There's not
that.
all there's not all men, but you just said that there's a small percentage of men that can even hit that.
Okay.
So if we're dealing with the statistics, the
Right.
facts that you brought, that number just got even smaller.
But let me ask you the question.
Mm-hmm.
What does a man earn that kind of money want? Because all you said the whole podcast is what you want. What does that man want? What do you think?
I mean, one, I think it depends on the man. I don't like to generalize because I think everybody's
We
an
have
individual.
to generalize here. Just in
Like,
general.
let's just think about it like this. In general, most women want a guy that's taller than them. If we lined up 100 women, 88.9% of them, if
you're
not
being
more,
nice. You're being nice.
extremely nice. 89% are going to say they want a guy taller.
So I can say what most
So-
men want a woman that's smaller.
So what do you think? What do you think most men would find desirable in a woman? Let me say that.
What is important to a man?
Forget
that
what we
makes that kind of
said.
money?
Forget daddy daycare. Forget all that stuff. Just based on your experience. Let's talk about your experiences. We don't believe in statistics, here, which is fine. But based on your experience, what do you think guys want? That you want?
The guys that and what caliber?
The guys that you only see attractive, which is like we said, is a small portion of men.
Mhm.
But what do you think those guys want?
Curvaceous
In
women.
a woman.
That's a good question. I think they want stability. I think they want somebody who can like be there and provide, but at the same time be able to take direction to an extent. Like they want somebody who's willing to follow, but also has no problem leading. If it
Men don't want leaders, but on top of that, and I find it
But
very interesting.
You say that, but at the same time, you say that, but like, let's be real. Life happens. What happens if you don't have it all the time? You say you don't want a leader.
Impossible.
Okay.
They care about
talking
submission
about you.
and attractive. They
In
look at
general.
submission
Listen,
and
okay.
attraction.
All right, I did too much right there. Okay, let me break it down. Even what you just said, it's a contradiction. It's like, okay, you want somebody to provide, but then you're saying he knows how to take direction and then lead.
No, I'm saying
it's like
he knows you how to take direction. I'm
Okay.
saying he knows that she knows how to take direction.
Okay.
You don't want
You want
somebody
somebody
that
who's
provides.
submissive.
My thing is, the thing about it is, like, even with what you just said, it was a contradiction because it's like if a man is a leader, he has to bring those things because you won't respect him as the leader unless he does those things.
I just said that though. I
Right,
just said
right. So what I'm trying to say is that number is very small, and we're trying to say is like what that man wants. You really are not clarifying what he specifically wants, not what you want, but like specifically what does he want?
And
I just said
Ellie,
he
I
wants somebody who's submissive. He wants somebody that he could potentially bring out. And if they have a problem, they're not going to say that right there. They're going to probably bring that elsewhere. He wants somebody they can showcase.
let me bring this to you just real quick.
Yeah.
I just find it very fascinating that you never even once considered what a man like that would want. Because
No, that's not true.
You haven't had to.
That's not true. That's not true. I just know that men are different. So different men want different things.
Okay, let me roll it. Let me put on a nice bow
Mm-hmm.
bow on this. Okay, think about this. Men do not want leaders. We just don't want that. We want somebody that's fit. What I say earlier, we want somebody that's going to nurture and heal us. Okay.
Can I just say submissive?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I'm saying
Oh,
too.
okay.
But
I
listen,
making
just
sure
hold on,
that-
hold on, real quick.
You saw him, bro.
She really is.
Yeah.
You saw him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
okay.
tell you what men want, because again, there are times when men are going to go down, and we look to our woman not for strength, but for that nurturing, healing kind of energy that you provide. Think about this: It was one time I was dealing with this girl, right? Really cool chick. We were at this haunted house thing, and it was like this challenge that you had to do to get, I guess, extra life in this kind of obstacle course kind of thing, right? And there was this big ass rope you had to climb, like 30 feet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking up at it, I'm like, what the fuck? I said, I can't do this shit. And like the whole team's rooting for me because I'm the strong guy of the group, right? They're like, go get it, go get it. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this shit. But the girl I was dealing with at the time, she came over to me. She was like, TK, you can do it. You're my hero. And gave me a hug.
Aww.
That's all I needed right there.
That's true.
And I said, I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm climbing this goddamn
Yeah.
rope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, that's real.
They want to feel needed.
That's the
It's
power
not even
of a
feeling needed,
woman.
but that's encouraging, though.
That's
We don't
that
get
nurturing,
encouraged a lot in life.
that's that nurturing,
support.
healing energy that men like that want.
Mhm.
I don't need you to be a fucking leader. Just encourage me when I'm fucking down. That's all I need from you.
That was perfect, man.
Thank you.
That was so sweet. Oh,
But that's
Fake
what we-
example.
But,
You gave
No,
him
I mean,
a
like,
hug, and then you climbed that rope.
cute.
Oh,
Come on, you gotta admit that's cute though. That's sweet.
what's wrong with a man just wanting support, especially if you did?
No, it's that's great.
There's
Like,
nothing
textbook
wrong.
example.
Especially when you're dealing with a guy that's already that. Like we said, you can't turn a peasant into a king. He's already dealing with king shit. He's stressed out his mind. Just a little. You got this. You know you the man. I'm like,
But
what? You right. I am the man, and that's really it. That's really all you got to do.
And last thing, you don't like y'all spend so much time, and the reason that men avoid these type of women who make these salaries is because it's a type A personality. Like you have to be in order to get a 6-figure salary, you got to be disagreeable to a certain extent. You got to be a little bit masculine, and it's hard to come.
And that's
it's,
women
it's
and
hard,
men.
It's hard to come home and turn those traits off once you're in the office like that all day. Men don't like that shit.
But find me a man who can dominate my dominance, and then I got
We don't
you.
want
wanna
to
do
dominate
that?
your dominance.
That's the problem.
Listen, when you
That's
couldn't
why-
climb,
that's why
listen, when
there's
you couldn't climb the, when
That's
you
why
couldn't
there's
climb the rope,
2%.
she would have came over and said, "Yeah, you're right. You ain't good enough."
Look, if you can't climb it, then I don't know
Said
what to
you ain't
tell
good
you.
enough.
I don't know what to
But
tell
see,
you.
it's
Climb
like-
the shit.
But
Whack
again,
ass nigga.
Climb the shit. Whack ass.
I wanted to go back to what I was saying. Like literally, y'all are so.
go home.
The majority of women are
Fuck
they're so like trying to be combative. You don't realize the power that you have in your femininity.
For real.
A feminine woman can get a man to do anything in the
That's
fucking
true.
world, anything.
Mhm.
That's very true.
But you want to be combative and try to be leaders. We don't want that. Just stay in your femininity. That's all you need. Again,
I can climb the rope.
a man that's feminine, a man that has a feminine woman will do anything in the world for her, die for her, buy her anything,
Yeah.
give you his children. Just be feminine. What's wrong with that? Men and women are different. Why is that so? What's wrong with that?
What's the definition of feminine to you?
Feminine?
Quiet, submissive.
Why does it always have to be quiet? Okay,
Thank you, Mike.
It
Okay,
typically is
okay.
though.
Warriors.
Like,
Okay, let's say this. Okay. I'm trying to play y'all game. Okay, if we're speaking specific, no, feminine don't got that issue.
Keep going, Marty. What you got?
Listen.
Marty Daddy.
If we're talking about most, there's the difference between soft spoken and quiet, because not every feminine woman is necessarily quiet. You know what I'm saying? She can be just soft spoken. Why do we want soft spoken? Like you said, you already live struck. These guys that you want. Okay, now general men, they need a masculine bitch. They need a nigga to be like, yeah, you can't climb over. You need to get up off your ass and do something. They need that. They need you. They need you. You have value.
Majority.
But these
Yeah.
guys that y'all want, they don't need that. They're already dominating. They're already killing it. But they do get down sometimes. And the best thing you can give to them is just an encouraging, you the man.
That's fair.
That's
That's
it.
fair.
So what I'm trying to say is to help you guys out in this dating pool with these guys, and because a feminine woman is the last of a dying breed, especially over here in the West. So we are
I
fucked.
disagree.
Well,
Oh, majority. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
think Dottie's pretty feminine when she wants to be.
Well, I also think, like, back to my point, if you find a woman and you're able to, like, show her that, like, look, I can take care of you, I can provide, I can support, I can
but you can do this
secure.
with a 30-year-old over 30. These guys that you want, they can do it with a chick over 30. It doesn't matter. They can do it with any chick.
But that's what I'm saying. If you do that for a woman, naturally, I think she will give you that.
And honest, if we're being honest, Ellie, if you date either one of us, you'd be feminine too. But we're just talking.
But that's
about
not the point. The point is we're talking. But the
That
point
wouldn't
that's
last 2 minutes.
that's yeah, you're
Nah,
right.
you
Well, it
would.
wouldn't even
Nah,
start
she-
with me.
Nah, she
But-
last. I'll make sure she all right. But go ahead.
Ooh. Whip her in the shade.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
exactly.
It's the fact that
Listen, the TK military. I break you down and build you up. That's what we do around here. Go ahead, Alex.
Ooh,
It's the challenge. Okay.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
I don't need no extra challenges in my life. Fuck that. Time I'm whipping you in the shed, I could be getting money, providing for us so we can go on a nice fucking trip. But no, I gotta argue with your ass about climbing a rope.
All right, y'all. That's a good place to kind of shut this down, man. This has been amazing, y'all. Y'all have been great. Y'all want to go around the table and say last thoughts that you hate it, that you love it. Y'all going to come back. Somebody will ask you going to come back.
Red flags. You should do
Plug your Instagrams, all that. Dottie, go ahead.
Last thoughts. I'm really, really hungry, so I can't wait to eat this Wingstop chicken upstairs.
Oh my
Shout out Rose. Lemon pepper.
But this was really fun, and trying to be more open-minded and taking what y'all are saying. But I think you guys could be a little bit more open-minded as well. But yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Go ahead, Nadia.
He said fair enough. Yeah.
I agree with what Dottie said.
Y'all are a walking.
Ooh,
red
okay.
Actually, you know what? Y'all want to do that real quick? Y'all want to do that real
They
quick?
can do it just with the closing remarks. She can
Yeah,
say that.
actually,
We
yeah.
won't say
What we
anything. won't say
doing?
anything.
Do y'all want to tell us a red flag about us? Just
About y'all,
yeah,
like
yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
both of y'all are together.
About the guys in the room. Dottie, I want you to go back and say, and again, we won't get offended by any of this.
We won't say anything.
Just me, Oliver, and then Will. Just pick one. Just pick one.
Dragon girl.
Get it good. A red flag for you.
So nice though.
I think for you, you're just really, really bitter. And I'll just leave it at that. You're just very, very bitter.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, help me out. You got a boy. Say it. Better. Need therapy.
Yes.
That's
What do I need to talk about?
We'll start with your childhood.
Ooh.
All the way back there.
Your mother.
All right. Is that it for him?
Models. Yeah, that's all.
And then what about me and then Will? If you don't got anything, that's cool too. I know.
Your red flag, I would say, is delusion.
Mhm. Not
You go.
Shattered Illusionz.
I'm so glad Amadi started.
Okay.
It goes to the conversation that we had off camera.
Mhm.
Well, what did he say? I'm gonna change your life,
Life.
and that works on 100%
Oh, yeah, that
of the
was-
woman.
Let them know, King.
If a man approached me that way, I would just
You know what?
Get out of
like I told you,
Let's see how
Dottie,
it
you
goes.
an easy mark, and I'll have you in 0.2 seconds if I really came at you.
Are you kidding?
Whole different conversation.
Right.
I beg to differ.
Goodbye.
Anyway, all right, Naja. Oh, you want to say anything about Will?
You like his camera angles?
I like your camera.
No, Will's actually got good topics.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's
I think
normal.
It sound like-
normal.
it
Will's
sound like-
the most normal man on your
Yeah.
team right now. And that's
You
saying
have the
a
least
lot.
amount of red flags. I don't really have. A
It
lot
sounds
to
like
say
they
about
want a
it.
submissive, quiet man because he hasn't really said too much. So that's
Even
what I want.
the
No,
things he
he's
has
too
that I
submissive.
agreed with.
Yes, and he actually brings up topics that are worth arguing, while y'all just bring up things that have hurt you.
It's not
in
your
the
turn.
past. Right?
Naja,
It's not. It's
Naja,
not.
go ahead.
It is
Go ahead,
not.
man.
It is not.
Um,
I got a lot going on for y'all.
So for Oliver and TK, I think y'all are extremely arrogant.
And your last
To the-
thoughts too. Last thought. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You want me to start with that instead of the red flags? Okay. This was a great conversation. I think that all of us as men and women need to be more receptive to each other, because I think a lot of times we listen to respond instead of listen and like comprehend what each other is saying. Because I think on both ends, we forget the point of what each is saying. And I think a lot of times that's where arguments come from. People are talking in circles and there's no solution.
That's fair enough.
That happened a lot today.
Exactly. So I think that is a reflection of what happens in relationships. Like there are unnecessary arguments.
Not listening.
Exactly. So red flags. Okay. Oliver and TK, like I said, y'all are extremely arrogant. So as arrogant as y'all are, I feel like it blinds y'all from when y'all do meet a good woman.
That's 40, right?
Wait, where's that?
40.
I didn't even say no age. I'm just saying in general. You could be blocking a blessing because of how arrogant y'all are.
Blocking a blessing.
We've been waiting since 22 to
Wait,
hear
can we get that? Can you hit that? Blocking
What?
a blessing. Hit that.
Hit what?
Hit your
Whatever
little
button.
Blocking a blessing.
Maybe the clapping
We
button.
don't have no button blocking
have
the
a-
blessing.
You have a clapping button?
It's probably
You
all
don't even know how to
negative
work.
buttons.
It's all negative. It's like womp womp womp.
I wouldn't hit the button.
Thank you. Oh God. Okay.
Destiny, go ahead.
You know, this is a very interesting conversation. I really appreciate you guys letting me join in on this. I think everybody already said the red flags. The only thing,
Nah, you have your own mind.
no, I don't. I think everybody already said it. I mean, the only thing that I can definitely say that was a little red flag for me was you upstairs talking about, what you were saying. I'm like,
What did he say?
about talk, like when you like
He's a prize. He gonna change
he's
your
a prize.
life.
He gonna change your life.
He is
The
a prize.
delusion.
But he will change somebody's life though.
But
Thank
He'll
you.
make
it's the
somebody-
way you approach it.
But he'll
Have a
make
little-
somebody's life better. He would.
It's about eating a slice of
it's-
humble pie.
Yeah, have
I'm
a
not
little
saying
bit.
that.
Be humble. You know what I mean?
But
But
if
nicer than a humble guy.
But if he makes somebody's life better, that's a fact. He's
Just
changing
show
them.
it.
But
You
that's
ain't
your
gotta say it.
but that's your opening line coming to a
You
female.
got to give him a chance.
Listen,
Y'all disqualify
That's
so
your
quick.
opening
Confidence is sexy. Arrogance is
No, it kills it. Like if you did that, I'd be like, oh my God, he's
There's a
hot.
difference
Hold on.
between
And then you say that, and I'm like,
confidence and
wow.
I'm glad they didn't see my approaches.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm like, conversation over. Goodbye.
Let me give y'all a tip real
Thank you,
quick.
sir.
lady.
Listen, don't let them poison you.
Oh,
No,
Oh, look
that's
at
how
this.
I
Hold on,
hear
hold
them
on,
though.
hold on.
They clearly are not taking
But that's
any
how I
red flags.
genuinely
Yes,
feel.
yeah, yeah, look,
Wait, y'all, hold on.
I'm gonna let y'all say this, man. Look, guys, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna give
I
y'all.
don't want to give you a compliment, but I'm scared I might get attacked.
I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of free game right here,
I gotta
man.
do your compliment for you.
Maul 'em, Dan.
A little
Maul
bit of
'em.
free game. Women, they're going to
Mama.
say that they hate arrogant men, but I promise you, if you arrogant to a girl, she will fuck your audacity. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and we're gonna move on.
What girls has he been around?
Wait,
Just-
can I just say
Delusion.
Delusion. Confident man.
This is what I'm
We
I
will
talking
want to
fuck
know
confident
these
men
women.
all
Give me
day.
a list. Who are these women that you were
delusion.
seeing?
No, it be working with some people. They ain't gonna work over here.
It's not gonna
though.
work for me. I'm sorry.
If
It's
I
gonna,
wanted
all
any
the
one of y'all,
attraction
I'd
that I
be
was
very
feeling is
confident.
going to die as soon as you do that.
Confident man.
anyway.
It's gonna
all
die.
right.
Confident.
Love you, Destiny.
Oh, anyway.
Anything about Will?
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, some really good points over there.
You're
You
just
know?
saying what they said. That's cap.
No, he did.
That's cap.
He did. Never mind. Forget it.
Yeah,
All right.
well,
Thank
I
you. You
think-
can move on to the next person.
Hey, well, I
Always
think you need to
bullying me. I
start
don't
giving
like
some
it.
pointers.
I should make
Pointers,
him
my
stop.
guy.
He's bullying me.
You need to help the team, my guy. Help your
All right,
team.
now we can go to your horse shit. Go ahead.
Oh, yes, my horse shit. Now, I would give you guys a list, but I feel like that would be simply unfair. So I'm simply going to say
Give it a list. We trying to elevate.
daddy issues, or mommy issues,
Oh,
whatever
Daddy
you'd like.
issues.
Just issues in general. So I feel like in order to really love, you need to look at yourself and self-reflect and love yourselves. I feel like you guys haven't really done that because the women you're going after are simply just,
No, they love themselves. They need to start loving themselves a little less.
but if you, I mean, it's just
I
like
mean,
bottom
years ago, I
tier.
tried to talk to Dottie. So what you saying about that?
You know, that's actually
And
a really
Dottie didn't
good.
know.
point.
I mean,
Daddy
I'm just
didn't-
being honest. Last time,
And there's a
this was
reason
years
why
ago,
she
though. I
didn't-
mean, it was years ago.
That's
but-
why I said
And she didn't-
Hollywood.
and she
That's
didn't-
why I
But
said
who wouldn't
Hollywood.
want to talk to Dottie? Like,
Right.
You see what I'm
exactly.
saying?
But what
But
did
then
you bring
we
to the
arrogant
table?
when- If I
What did
said,
you-
if I said that,
I got
if
something
I
for
said
you.
that,
you acting like
you
the
word. Your mom ain't treat you right.
Y'all,
If I said that.
one mic, but I got something for that, Dottie.
Nah,
What's wrong with y'all women? What's
Mighty
wrong with
Daddy.
you? What's wrong with you?
Hey man, it is what it is.
Any red flags you got, like individual?
Oh
We're
Lord.
gonna be here for an hour.
They said a lot of them. So I'm not gonna recap, but yeah,
That's
y'all
what I'm
got it.
saying.
Anything about Will?
No, Will could teach y'all some things
Yeah.
about like when to talk, when to not.
Ooh.
So you need somebody that's gonna submit to you.
I didn't say any of that. I just
I
said
mean, that-
Will could is Will
When we
submitting?
want a quiet chick,
Well,
it's
are
a
you
problem.
submissive? I wouldn't say Will submissive,
I
but I
think
say
Will's
Will
not
just knows when
submissive.
to argue, when to not. You feel me? He just knows when to
He
take
can read the
advice.
room.
He can
No,
read the
I'm
room.
not.
Yes,
Stealing
yes, he can.
Y'all, hold on.
Not
One mic. Oliver, go ahead. Last thoughts on the show, bro. Last thoughts.
Hey man, this was fun as shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everybody ain't gonna get it. You already know we got polarizing oppositions, but follow us on Rumble, YouTube, so we can get these live shows going. So that way we can talk with a live chat. That's gonna take it to the next fucking level. I'm excited about that. So yeah, but follow us on Rumble, Free Top G.
Last thoughts, Will.
I believe.
He's so chill.
Yeah, I'm not over this joint drunk as a mother, to be honest with y'all.
That's why he was quiet.
Yeah,
He's
I
so
was
chill.
chilling.
Love it.
He said he's drunk. Don't let.
It was
No, but he's so
cool.
chill.
All right,
It was cool.
y'all.
It was real cool.
I'm gonna say this, ladies. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are family. I thank y'all for being good sports. And man, we all have a different opinion, but just know nothing's personal.
Yeah.
I got love for all y'all, man.
And, some people say opinions, some people say facts.
and
like us.
and you know exactly. I understand. Believe it or not, ladies, I'm gonna say something really controversial here. I'm not perfect. I'm close,
I am.
but I'm not perfect. Like if perfect was 100, I'd be like 98.2. So that 1.8 margin of error, I can
King,
work
King,
on some
don't do
things.
this to yourself, King. You the shit, man.
But look, man, that'd be like all our time to the next time. This is the Shattered Illusionz podcast. Kill the fantasy, build the dream.
Climb that rope.
We love y'all boys, man.
Not glad that rope.
We are out of here.
Well, I take him to the cranking.
Anytime y'all are discouraged from now, I'm gonna say climb that rope.